The Clipse album breakdown you guys have been waiting for is finally here. We're going to go through each and every one of these tracks, put them under the microscope, give them the breakdown, put them under the litmus test, and see if this album lives up to the hype, if it lives up to the expectations of the reunion, of Clipse, of Pharrell coming back as well too. So right here, right now, it's none other than Let God Sort Him Out.
Lost in emotion, mama's youngest. Trying to navigate life without my compass. Some experience death and feel numbness. But not me, I felt it all and couldn't function. Seeing you that day, telling you my plans, but I was leaving you that day. It was in God's hands. Yeah, it was at Elon's waiting to get with me. On my way to Texas, that's when Virginia hit me. And I realized in that instant, our last conversation, you was against it. Told you I was going to church for Thanksgiving. I heard what I wanted to hear, but didn't listen. You said you told Gene.
Wow, I tell you what an intro track. Just raw, introspective, personal.
Thanksgiving, I heard what I wanted to hear, but didn't listen. You said you told Jean that Buck needed forgiveness. I see you went to Didi's and stuffed both her fridges. You even told Dad you wished y'all never split it. See, you were checking boxes, I was checking my mentions. Saying you was tired but not ready to go. Basically was dying without letting me know. I love you, Med Naj, hate that he won't remember you. Two things that break my heart is what Novembers do. And T follows you, now mind you, Didi calls you, Gene finds you. Was that your vision? Precision. While I'm reminiscing, it all hits different, Malice. The birds don't sing.
Wow, man, that's raw. I wrote a song when my grandfather passed away, and he was like a father figure to me. And I was flying and rushing back to see him. And I landed and I hit DC traffic. And those of you from DC, you know the Beltway can just be awful sometimes. And I was 15 minutes out from the house, rushing to see him, when I got the call that he didn't make it. And it just killed me, like, not being there. And I took all that pain, I took all that angst, and I put it into a song, and I put it into a verse. And I just know how hard that was. But also, that's the beauty of music being an outlet. And for me, this is what Pusha did. It's tragic, it's heartbreaking, but it's beautiful at the same time. And what a tribute it is in a way. But like, there's just that self-awareness. Like, was the writing on the wall here? You were checking boxes. I'm so worried about this life, checking my mentions, the rush of everything, that for a moment I lost sight of what truly matters. And I didn't read what was on the wall right there and all the warning signs with you. The way that you were talking and what you were doing, you know, having closure on different relationships, different things, because you kind of knew that your time was up. Wow, man.
In God's hands, yeah, it was at Elon's waiting plans, but not me. I without my lost in emotion, mama's youngest. Trying to navigate life without my compass.
Man.
Some experience death and feel numbness, but not me. I felt it all and couldn't function. Seeing you.
That's it, man. That's it. That's so relatable. You know, some people maybe become numb to the pain because that's their coping mechanism. Or especially artists, like we just feel things so deep and so emotionally and everything at once, man. Such a relatable line.
You that day, telling you my plans, but I was leaving you that day. It was in God's hands. Yeah, it was at Elon's waiting to get with me. On my way to Texas, that's when Virginia hit me.
And that's kind of a double right there, because isn't his partner's name Virginia, but also obviously he's from Virginia Beach. And like, even though I'm in Texas, Virginia called me back, didn't it? Because got the call that my mom's no longer here.
Elon's waiting to get with me on my way to Texas.
And Elon is an Elon Musk. That's right. They were recording at Elon's crib, weren't they, back in the day when he was a part of Good Music with Kanye.
When Virginia hit me, and I realized in that instant, our last conversation, you was against it. Told you I was going to church for Thanksgiving. I heard what I wanted to hear, but didn't listen. You said,
I love that. I heard what I wanted to hear. And so many of us do that because, you know, we can be selfish and we can get caught up in our lives and end up just doing what we want to do. So we just hear the snippets that we need to hear that further our goals and what we're trying to do. And for him, he alludes to it later when he's like, you know, November now breaks my heart, you know, in two ways. And I think one of those is because she wanted him home. I mean, what mom doesn't want the whole family home for Thanksgiving? And he's like, I'm going to Turks and Caicos, you know, and you just think about that. And that would have been
Going to Turks for Thanksgiving. I heard what I wanted to hear, but didn't listen. You said you told Jean that Buck needed forgiveness. I see you went to Didi's and stuffed both her fridges. You even told Dad you wished y'all never split it. See, you were checking boxes, I was checking my mentions.
Man,
you was tired.
Checking your inbox versus she's ticking off boxes on her list before it's all over, man.
But not ready to go. Basically was dying without letting me know. I loved you, Med Naj. Hate that he won't remember you. Two things that break my heart is what November's do.
Man, that is different too. Like, I'm glad that you met your grandkid, but I hate that he was so young that he's not gonna have that memory, man. I think about my girls and my parents all.
I hate that he won't remember you. Two things that break my heart is what November's do. And T follows you. Now mind you.
And obviously she's passed away in November, right? So that's breaking his heart now. November, a time when family's supposed to come together. You're now gonna feel that hole even more come Thanksgiving time.
Didi calls you. Jean finds you.
Jean finds you? So Malice found his mom? Man.
Was that your vision? Precision. While I'm
just that hits different.
Reminiscing, it all hits different. Malice.
Man.
The birds don't sing. The birds don't sing. They screech and play. The birds don't sing. The birds don't sing. They screech and play. They screech and play.
What a beautiful production from Pharrell. Just kind of like letting it really be raw and intense there. But beautiful at the same time with the piano on the verses. And then for John Legend's hook, that's when you kind of let everything rise up. And it's almost like a release. We're wound up so tight and we kind of need John's hook to just like let it all go. And then that's when he builds these beautiful strings behind it and lets that rise.
The birds don't sing, they screech and play. They screech and play. The birds don't sing. The birds don't sing, they screech and play.
Your car was in the driveway, I knew you were home. By the third knock, a chill ran through my bones. The way you miss mama, I guess I should've known. Chivalry ain't dead, you ain't let her go alone.
No.
Found you in the kitchen, scriptures in the den.
Man.
Half-written text that you never got to send. Combing through your dresser drawer, where do I begin? Posted noted Bible quotes, were you preparing in? I can hear your voice now, I can feel your presence.
It's kind of like mom was, this gotta be dad, right? Ticking the boxes, maybe knowing it was time to go, having, Bible quotes and doing readings and just coming to terms with religion, coming to terms with the end.
Noted Bible quotes, were you preparing?
The picture that's painted though, like going through the dresser and again, like it's so relatable. I put myself there and you're going through the things and just the illustrative lyricism of really putting you in that moment. It's storytelling, but it's also, recall. At the same time, it's recalling what he went through, but it puts the listener just right there.
In the kitchen, scriptures in the den, half-written text that you never got to send. Combing through your dresser drawer, where do I begin? Posted noted Bible quotes, were you preparing in? I can hear your voice now, I can feel your presence. Asking should I rap again? You gave me your blessing. The way you spelled it out, there's an L in every lesson. Boy, you owe it to the world, let your mess become your message.
What a fucking line that was.
Now, there's an L in every lesson.
There's an L in every lesson.
Boy, you owe it to the world, let your mess become your message. Shared you with my friends, the pops they never had. You lived for our fishing trips, damn I had a dad.
Man.
Mine taught discipline, mine taught structure. Mine didn't mind when he had to pull a double. Mine worked overtime, smiled through the struggle. Cause mine wouldn't let us feel what he had to suffer. See, mine made sure he had every base covered. So imagine his pain finding bass in the cupboard. Birds don't sing if the words don't sting. Your last few words in my ears still ring. You told me that you love me, it was all in your tone. I love my two sons was the code to your phone. Now you home.
Oh, the birds don't sing.
Man. Oh, that's emotional, man. That's raw.
Go alone.
What a track this is.
Wait, I knew you were home.
Don't sing, they screech and pain.
Getting those strings right there. Nice little touch.
Your car was in the driveway, I knew you were home. By the third knock, a chill ran through my bones. The way you miss mama, I guess I should've known. Chivalry ain't dead, you ain't let her go alone.
That's it. Chivalry ain't dead. You ain't let her go alone. And that was the big indicator for me that, you know, that's dad right there. And even though they're split, you know, this can happen. Like, you lose one parent and then the other one is just lost and doesn't know what to do. And then the other one goes shortly after. And, yeah.
Found you in the kitchen, scriptures in the den, half-written text that you never got to send. Combing through your dresser drawer, where do I begin? Posted noted Bible quotes, were you preparing in? I can hear your voice now, I can feel your presence. Asking should I rap again, you gave me your blessing.
That's key, and I understand now why this is track 1, right? Because this explains the return of Malice. This explains why he came back. Ultimately, for me, these words right here from Dad.
The way you spelled it out, there's an L in every lesson.
And then this.
You owe it to the world, let your mess become your message.
Let your mess become your message. Mess goes into message to spell it out, but he's spelling it out in different ways. And that's set up very cleverly by the L in every lesson, because every single lesson has to be spelled with an L. But for him, there's an L, there's a loss. Let your mess become a message, right? The reason we learn lessons is because we learn through experience. We learn more through the losses than we do through the victories. Failure can be an amazing teacher. There's an L in every message. What a line. Just one of those just typical Malice one-liners. That one bar that's just, wow, so impactful.
Shared you with my friends, the pops they never had. You lived for our fishing trips, damn I had a dad.
Man.
Mine taught discipline, mine taught structure. Mine didn't mind when he had to pull a double. Mine worked overtime, smiled through the struggle. Cause mine wouldn't let us feel what he had to suffer.
Man.
See, mine
Respect.
made sure he had every base covered. So imagine his pain finding base in the cupboard.
Even right there, like while he's in the middle of this storytelling, got nice little wordplay and a word flip, right? Had every base. Right? All the bases, baseball scheme. He had everything covered. He looked after us. He made those sacrifices for us, right? But then he flips the bass into bass. Obviously, you got Birds Don't Sing, which to me can be a double for the birds, for the chicken, for the cocaine, right? Finding bass in the cupboard.
Made sure he had every base covered, so imagine his pain.
Like he never complained. He was never disappointed. But I can't imagine the disappointment he felt when he found the drugs, right? Because of all the sacrifices and everything he made and gave to us. That just hits different.
Finding bass in the cupboard. Birds don't sing if the words don't sting.
Facts.
Your last few words in my ears still ring. You told me that you love me, it was all in your tone. I love my 2 sons was the code to your phone. Now
Man.
are you home?
Oh, the birds don't sing. No, they don't. The birds don't sing. They scream.
I love my 2 sons. You know, something like that to unlock his phone. The key to it all.
Don't the truth ruin it? Now it feels different when they doing it. The birds don't sing. No, they don't. The birds don't sing. They scream. They don't sing.
It's interesting because it makes me think of Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou, right? And you talk about the caged bird pining for freedom, feeling trapped, and why it sings, and that message being heard in the distance for others. And in this case, I feel like we're playing off of that a little bit. But the birds don't sing in this case. They're screeching in pain because of the pain that they're going through. But, you know, just thinking about the deeper messages from Maya, right? And thinking about how she positioned that racially in society and looking at, you know, Black American identity and looking at that into feeling trapped, into feeling enclosed within this box and wanting to break free at a time which was a very white dominated society and culture in a lot of ways.
Don't sing. No, they don't. The birds don't sing. They scream. They don't sing. They just scream pain. It's a cycle. They do that shit over and over again.
Man.
The birds don't sing. The birds don't sing. They screech in pain. The birds don't sing. The birds don't sing. They screech in pain. You'll never come back again. No, no.
Remember those who lost their mothers and fathers and make sure that every single moment that you have with them, you show them love. You show them love. You'll see.
Is that Stevie? That was Stevie. That's haunting at the end. Just that last simple line. You'll see. And it's so true. How many people who have lost their mothers and fathers, and my wife can speak to that. She's lost both her mother and father, and we went through that. But all I can say is that it's so easy to get distracted with this world. Online, social media, hyperpolarization of everything, all the controversy in the world's right around the corner, right? But while we get lost in this, sometimes we all need to take a breath and step back and appreciate the things that we do have, you know, because one thing you can't get back is time, and most especially time with those that we love. And unfortunately it will end, and we're all going to die one day. And wow, what a beautiful tribute to their parents, and what a message at the end, you know, a message of learn from this and value what you do have and value the ones who are still here for you. Wow, man, that's a hell of a track one. That's wild, man. It sounds like there's like a bird chirping in the mix. There's just this like a higher pitched squeak that you hear in between the space. But I'll tell you what, man, Pharrell has been on a mission. I know there's no more Neptunes, but he is carrying the torch on the Clipse production from what we've broken down and heard so far. And this is no different, man. Once that bass starts running, but then you have that super just wet, reverberated guitar, and then just that little vocal cut off to the side as well. Sometimes it's like less is more. You know, you scale it back, and then you start to sauce it as it progresses over time. Little bump. Yeah, there was that like chirp again. Just could be something like sliding, and he just liked that sound, so he left it in there because it adds, like, obviously you have like these bassier notes, like dissonance underneath, and that like creates this bed. So then just throw like a little high-end on top of that, just like sit in that spot.
Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
This is culturally inappropriate.
You run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling. Some sign checks I know better than. Beware of my name that there's delicate. You know I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. You think it'd be valor amongst veterans? I'm watching your
Yo, he's talking to someone here. Valor amongst veterans. Hang on, let's see where the rest of this verse goes.
Heaven for the hell of it. You think it'd be valor amongst veterans? I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in a room, but here's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element. And those lab diamonds under inspection. The question marks block your blessings. It's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message.
There's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message. Like, this is what you get from Clipse. It feels like there are no wasted words. You know, Pusha in his delivery right now, he gives you just one bar, and he just lets that breathe for a second. Then he gives you another bar, and he lets it breathe for a second. But they say every bar like it's the last bar of their life. You know, it's just kind of the marinated, slower flow delivery style, but every word is carefully chosen. And I feel like we can read the tea leaves on this. There's a diss happening.
This is culturally inappropriate.
At first, like, you hear it, and it could be one of those where it's like, oh, this sounds like a generalized diss. You know, like, he could be low-key dissing anyone if it applies to you. But I think we can connect the layers. You
run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace.
You run from the spirit of repossession. Then he talks about the veterans. Then he talks about the fame dying, right? There was a video I wanted to make that I didn't make about Jim Jones. And Jim Jones has been on another just wild take streak yet again. This time his target has been Nas. But those of you who follow Pusha, who followed Clipse for a while, you know that Jim Jones actually dropped a diss track, Summer Collection, on Pusha, dishing Pusha, right? He's gone off on him in interviews. He's talked about him before. There's definitely a history there. And I can't help but think all these lines are connecting back to Jim Jones. And I see that Nas is on this album as well, right? No coincidence too. Nas being on the album, the history with Pusha. Kendrick's on this album. You see how Pusha like is aligning with people who like have common cause against his enemies, like the Drakes. But also Jim Jones is up there. And speaking of Jim Jones, he's also showed a lot of love to Drake while dissing Nas at the same time, saying that he's better than Nas. He has more hits than Nas. Billboard came out and was like, hang on, Jim Jones, it's called facts. It's called reality. You should try living in it sometime. But yeah, man is just trying to tear down great MCs.
You run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace.
So repossession there, right? Didn't him and his, their house got repossessed. I remember that story. Their house got repossessed and then sold by the bank for like $100, right? House was repossessed. So for me, you run from the spirit of repossession, like the spirit possessing you versus like obviously the repo man is coming because you can't afford it. Too much enamel. What does enamel do? It helps to protect jewelry, but it's also used in a lot of cheaper jewelry, right? You're trying to project a lifestyle. You're trying to project luxury that you don't actually have.
You run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling.
Reality TV is mud wrestling. Love and Hip Hop New York. And then him and Christy also did another. They had so many reality TV spinoff series. And I think too, like one of the telltale signs, you had it with Vanilla Ice. You've had it with a number now of celebrities who have fallen out of the good graces of making money in music. And then they turn to reality TV to try to get that check. And I feel like Pusha right there is going, mud wrestling. Like you're sinking down to the mud. How low can you go? Because you'll never see me be a reality TV star.
Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections.
That's a nice flex.
Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession.
Jealousy's turned into obsession. I mean, look at what he's doing in Nas right now. Nas isn't even responding. Nas is publishing videos about what he's putting on for Queens, opening up a new casino, trying to open up business for Queens, trying to do something productive while Jim Jones is sat there trying to tear down and destroy. Jealousy.
Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling. Some sign checks I know better than. Beware of my name that there's delicate.
Some sign checks I know better than. There it is, right? I'm not going to sell my soul just for a check like you and your reality TV spinoffs and everything that you're doing, watering down your brand.
Some sign checks I know better than. Beware of my name that there's delicate. I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it.
I don't want to make an enemy out of Pusha. Like this man goes like forensic deep dive into your life and make sure that he gets all the files pulled.
I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it.
I like that.
You think it'd be valor amongst veterans? I'm watching your fame escape relevance.
That right there is what connects it for me to Jim. Valor amongst veterans. Because they are veterans. They've been around for a minute. How long has Dipset been around? How long has Clipse been around? And you figure that doesn't even just apply to Pusha and the friction between them. That also applies to Nas and the way that he's talking about other OGs and other veterans in the game.
You think it'd be valor amongst veterans? I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in a room, but here's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element.
Chasing a feature out of your element. For me, that's Drake. That's how much Jim Jones has been shouting out Drake, calling Drake the GOAT, saying that he's the greatest and what he does for hip hop. You're chasing a feature out of your element. You're doing all this because really you want that Drake feature, but you're never going to get it because your fame is fading quickly.
We all in a room, but he's the elephant.
And then to me, we in the room. Like in hip hop, in the house of hip hop, we in the room. He is the elephant in the room of hip hop right now. That's Beyonce.
You chasing a feature out of your element, and those lab diamonds under inspection. The question marks block your blessings. It's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message. Uncle said,
no tombstones in the desert. You're out in the desert right now. Nobody's going to give you a tombstone because nobody lives out there, right? Nobody's even going to remember you. And that's where you're walking to. That's where you're wandering, right? That's a precautionary warning right there of where you're heading, right? You're talking about legacy, how you're better than all these people. You're not even going to be remembered. There's no tombstones in the desert. That's a smooth symbolic flip right there.
in the desert. I know by now you get the message.
I'm also thinking of like Kanye when he pulls out the tombstone, talking about legacy as well. It's talking about being remembered. And Kanye going after his enemies.
It's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips. It don't take much to...
I wonder if the uncle is Uncle Sam right there. You know, like we had at the Super Bowl, but also Unc. But chains and whips is interesting, right? Because in Jim Jones's summer collection, his line in one of his disses was, you know, Kanye gave you whips. What they do to the slaves. I can't help but think now that the whole title of this lets you know exactly where this is going. This is the puzzle piece that fits it in for me, right? Chains and whips. Well, the chains and whips diss that was used against him, Pusha T's now taking ownership of it, and he is flipping its meaning, and he's letting you know he's firing back at Jim Jones.
You must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips. It don't take much to put two and two.
Yeah, that's it.
Bitch, beat the system with chains and whips. It don't take much to put two and two. Your lucky streak is now losing you. Money's dried up like a cuticle. You're gasping for air now, it's beautiful. John 10:10, that's my usual. Mamas is falling out in funerals. And bombing blows, they now viewing you. They never find the guns, but the sewers do. Bubbles was sick, he need medicine. Brought him back to life, now he dead again. Richard don't make watches for presidents. Just a million trapped between skeletons. This the darkest that I ever been. The diamonds make you taste peppermint. You ain't thriving the snow like it's the Revenant. And send orders back down to keep shoveling. Who said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get
I am such a No Malice fan, man. I'm so glad he's back.
Money's dried up like a cuticle.
I'm telling you, he's cooking on all these verses.
My bitch, beat the system with chains and whips. It don't take much to put two and two. Your lucky streak is now losing you. Money's dried up like a cuticle. You're gasping for air now, it's beautiful.
Just something simple like that, but I love that. Money's dried up like a cuticle. You know what a cuticle is? It's right here on our fingers, right? It's the dry area that separates the fingernail from the skin and doesn't let bacteria get in. Money dried up like a cuticle.
Money's dried up like a cuticle. You're gasping for air now, it's beautiful.
Even there, you're gasping for air now. Like he starts to kind of just get more breathy with his delivery and gasp for air, right? As you meet your final moments and you meet your maker.
Money's dried up like a cuticle. You're gasping for air now, it's beautiful. John 10:10, that's my usual.
See what I mean though? With like the less is more production. Like right here, you just have like a little brass off to the side.
You're gasping for air.
That's it. There's nothing else. It's just Malice's voice and it's just this. That's the only instrumentation happening.
Now it's beautiful.
And then right there after he delivers the lines, then you have a kick in. Then you get more percussive hits coming back in. Like simple but direct from Pharrell. And I feel like that really matches Clipse' style very well on this.
John 10:10, that's my usual. Mamas is falling out in funerals.
So I wanted to look up John 10:10 just to make sure that I get this breakdown right. As someone who loves his religious references and biblical themes, just want to make sure I know this verse. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. He getting spiritual on us now.
And bomb and blow, they now viewing you. They never find the guns, but the sewers do. Bubbles was sick, he need medicine. Brought him back.
Never find the guns, but the sewers do, right? Because where we dump them. And then Bubbles was sick and need medicine. What Bubbles do I know? I know Trailer Park Boy Bubbles, but I don't think it'd be that. The Wire Bubbles? Shout out to B-More? Yeah.
Never find the guns, but the sewers do. Bubbles was sick, he need medicine. Brought him back to life, now he dead again. Richard don't make watches for presidents. Just a million trapped between skeletons.
That line just hits so hard for me. Richard don't make watches for presidents, right? Because it's too luxurious. It's even too much, right? There's more power in this world than just what a president holds. Richards don't make watches for presidents. And then also Richard Mille has the presidential watch.
Richard don't make watches for presidents. Just a million trapped between skeletons.
A million trapped between skeletons. You talk about like the skeletons of office and the body bags that politicians carry, or even like the wealthy and the rich and the powerful. But then also like a Richard Mille watch that has a skeleton on the face, but also shows the skeleton, shows how the clock mechanisms work on the inside. A million trapped between skeletons.
This the darkest that I ever been. The diamonds make you taste peppermint. You ain't thriving in the snow like it's the Revenant.
Obviously, referring to his skin tone, this is the darkest I've ever been. He flips that into a double, like he's getting dark. It's just getting spooky around here.
The diamonds make you taste peppermint. You ain't thriving in the snow like it's the Revenant. And send orders back down to keep shoveling.
You ain't thrive in the snow like it's the Revenant? What the Leonardo DiCaprio was that right there? Right? Leonardo, left for dead, in the snow, comes back like the Revenant. And then even before that, like the ice makes you taste peppermint. You know, like icy peppermint flavor. Like you're so close to it that you can like just taste this ice and this wealth and this luxury that I'm giving you. But then he flips the snow, the cocaine, the snow into the actual snow of the Revenant. One of the greatest movies of all time. Come at me with that bear scene. You know what I'm saying?
Thrive in the snow like it's the Revenant. And send orders back down to keep shoveling.
To keep shoveling the snow. Keep moving it. Keep pushing the drugs. He's flipping.
Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just getting rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
I know what's coming. I heard this on IG.
I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit. All that talent must be God sent. I send your ass back to the cosmics. The things I seen under my eyelids. Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. How many
I think we're just gonna be making the stank face a lot throughout this album.
need you to sister let me down? But fuck it, the West Minds, we right now. Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck. The two-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genevieve's. I drop your Pentagon, then show up at your gender reveal. And tell them, give me mine. I son niggas, I am the general. Where my gin and juice? Every song in the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Niggas want the tea on me. Well, here's the ginger root. I generate residuals, bitch. Get off my genitals. They say I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Niggas is Jenga. God gave me light, a good year full of free will. Trump card, tell me not to spare your life.
Trump card told me not to spare your life. Is that why? That's because I've seen the interview now talking about suggesting it's the Trump lines. Trump card told me not to spare your life. Is that why this verse was censored? Because you had that sort of indirect Drake diss, right? But nothing like too over the top that would make a label stop you. And then I guess you had the genocide lines. It's got to be the Trump card lines. Really? Really? Come on, we got to break this down. But I'll tell you what, when you hear it in full, like over the mix, you just hear Kendrick's just control, compose, aggression, and confidence. And the way he carries himself on the track. He's actually perfect for a Clipse feature, right? And his style of delivery that he chose on this was just right. And even like you just hear the crazy like G scheme that he was flipping throughout. We'll break it down.
I'm not the candidate to vibe with.
Because he starts, I'm not the candidate to vibe with. And then later on he has the Trump card line. Oh, that connects in parallel.
I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit. All that talent must be God sent. I send your ass back to the cosmics.
He told us he wants to watch the party die. We're not gathering around in a circle singing kumbaya around here and then send your ass back to the cosmics. And he's got the Judas scheme later on. And he's just like shouting out Rakim, the God MC. He's giving you these God level from the Cosmic Verses.
All that talent must be God sent. I sent your ass back to the cosmics. The things I seen under my eyelids.
Things I seen under my eyelids. Pause. Send your ass back to the cosmics. Pause. Like again, you know how I talked about like just that simple. One bar, pause. One bar, pause. And just like really kind of let these deliveries marinate. He does that. But then what he does towards the back end of this verse is then he starts to pick it up. And then he starts to get into that ridiculous rhyme sequence.
I sent your ass back to the cosmics. The things I seen under my eyelids. Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens.
And I talked about this in my original breakdown if you want to see that. But like kaleidoscope dreams, often associated with higher level creativity. Because you're seeing just so many colors like breaking through the angles and everything. Like that's just like a poetic line for me right there from Kendrick, man. Giving you that poetic justice.
The things I seen under my eyelids. Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip-hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim.
Hip-hop died again. Nas first said hip-hop is dead. Well, hip-hop died again. I watched the party die. And then murder and sirens, he ties that in, that poetic line for what he sees, the violence in these streets. Then he ties it into hip-hop and how he sees the game right now.
Let's be clear.
And then showing love to one of the greats, Rakim, Eric B, Paid in Full, the God MC, top tier lyricist, baby. Like he really was kind of like an OG and influenced so many lyricists that came after him. Even like the Eminems that we talked about, the Kendricks as well, right? Because how he started to show you how to set up rhyme patterns, how he showed you to set up the wordplay and the flows and all that. Shout out to a legend.
Seen under my eyelids, kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip-hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. How many Judases that let me down? But fuck it, the West Minds, we right now.
How many Judases let me down? The West Mind. And Kendrick talked about this in Whacked Out Murals. And I just watched him deliver that live on his GNX tour, right? Like, it's, for me, it's not the betrayal that he sees elsewhere in the industry. It's the betrayal that he felt within the West when he's trying to uplift the West. And for him not even getting love from certain OGs within the West Coast.
How many Judases that let me down? But fuck it, the West Minds, we right now. Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck.
Love that line.
The two-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous however you want.
Gemini, genocide, generous, gentle vibes, gentleman. Just the way he starts flipping all these schemes with the G's.
And I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move.
Gentlemen, gangsters connect. I'm taking all levels. I'm bringing everyone together. Unite everything.
Risk however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine.
I'll be the gentle kind, right? I'll even show you mercy however you want it. I'll give you a quick death. That's how I interpret that line.
I'm generous however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genovese. I drop the pin.
Still one of my favorite bars too. There's so many great one-liners from this man, but they gentrify. Like gentrifying, when gentrification comes in, I talked about it in DC, how when the Nats came in, gentrification came in, they pushed out Southeast culture, they pushed out go-go culture. We lost so many amazing spots and historical, just impactful areas, and it's a shame to see. Like Nipsey always had it right when he talked about gentrified, giving back to the community, as long as it reinvested in local communities, back in black businesses, not push those black communities out. And unfortunately, that's what happens with a lot of gentrification. So Kendrick taking that and flipping it on his head. I'm moving him out of hip-hop, right? I'm gentrifying in a different sense, but I'm going to put my own people in.
I'm generous however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genovese. I drop your Pentagon.
Heavy G's, because he's literally rapping with heavy G's. I didn't catch that before. That's smooth, man. But also, obviously, in his genes, in his DNA, I got in his DNA versus flipping it into jeans. And we talked about the origins of jeans. I did a whole historical breakdown talking about the Genovese, talking about the Italian city-states, right? How it was used with the Navy. And then it ties in with the Pentagon setup in a second. He's about to get militaristic because that's what they outfitted their Navy with, right? Their uniforms incorporated jeans. And then obviously denim came from France. They tried to mimic the Genovese with their jeans. And then denim.
Generous however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genovese. I drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal and tell them give me mine.
Even Genevieve makes you think like mafioso, mob family ties.
Jeans like Genevieve's. I drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal and tell him, give me mine. I son.
Show up at your gender reveal and tell him, give me mine. Then he's about to son him here, right? Imagine that. You about to celebrate that gender reveal. Here comes Kendrick. Well, I'm not paying this child support.
Jeans like Genevieve's.
But if that baby looks like me, you know why now.
I drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal and tell him, give me mine. I son niggas, I am the general. Wear my gin and juice. Every song in the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Niggas.
Jen and Juice paying homage to Snoop Dogg, but also we talked about that Drake, that Family Matters bar. Know you like to put gin in your juice, and he used that as a diss on Kendrick, and I can't help but wonder, much in the same way, right? The chains and the whips that Pusha has taken from the Jim Jones dish and just kind of flipped it and taken ownership of it and given it a new meaning. I can't help but wonder, but the gin and juice lines, if Kendrick is taking that from Drake, flipping it in the same manner and giving it a new meaning.
Niggas, I am the general. Wear my gin and juice. Every song in the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Niggas want the tea on me. Well, here's the ginger root. I generate residuals, bitch. Get off my genitals. They say I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetic.
Full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. Because ginseng, often found like Red Bull, you're full of energy drinks. And that high is only going to last so long. But here comes the true flip and the true jinx of all that. And then let's get down to the ginger root. You want the tea? Drake trying to pay in Bitcoin for the tea on Kendrick. Feels like that connects back to Family Matters. That connects back to the gin and juice lines. And yeah, I feel like he's painting the picture and letting you know where this breadcrumb is going and where this trail is. Tying back to Drake.
I am the general. Wear my gin and juice. Every song in the book of
even the general too, tying back to Drake and what he called himself.
Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Niggas want the tea on me.
The Genesis, the biblical schemes, the biblical references. I am the beginning. I am the genesis of all this, the origin story.
Well, here's the ginger root. I generate residual.
Ginger root used for healing. I'm going to give you something higher, something more spiritual. I'm not going to give you that regular tea. I'm going to give you that ginger root tea. Come on.
Genesis, let the sonics boom. Niggas want the tea on me. Well, here's the ginger root. I generate residuals, bitch. Get off my genitals. They say I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They
said I couldn't reach Gen Z, and I feel like that's also been a critique of a lot of Drake's camp as well, of Kendrick. And then obviously Kendrick comes out and does the Playboy Cardi features, flips on that, showing that he can connect to whatever generation he needs to connect to. But yeah, for me, there's enough patterns here. There's enough layers tying back to the Drake beef, tying back to that situation. But then also low-key just responding to critics, responding to those who were hating on him in different ways.
I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall.
Genetic, synthetic, claiming they genius. But you can also talk about like synthetic, denim, synthetic, playing off of the genes, leaning into that. And then they claiming that they genius.
Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Niggas is Jenga. God gave me light, a good year full of free will. Trunk card, tell me not to spare your life. Motherfucker.
Who's calling themselves a genius? Because I'm thinking about the tombstone lines. I'm thinking, are there Kanye layers to this in a couple different places? Like Kanye calling himself a genius, but I'm not sure. Is Kendrick going there, or is he just talking about those, just generally speaking, who try to call themselves a genius, right? And those who uplift themselves when they're not really, right? If this applies to you, if you think it applies to you, I'm probably talking about you. One of those types of disses.
Synthetic, screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Niggas is Jenga.
Obviously, all I got to do is wave a finger. That's all I got to move and y'all fall down versus just one single finger in Jenga when you just like struggling, your hand is shaking, trying to move that final block.
God gave me light, a good year full of free will. Trunk card, tell me not to spare your life. Motherfucker.
And I just wonder, not to spare your life, is that an assassination reference? Because Trump came close to losing his life. Trump card, spare your life. You know when you have a Trump card, like that trumps everything, right? That rises above versus Donald Trump versus the assassination attempt on him. Spare your life in that sense. You could see maybe that's why UMG heard that and was like, nah, we don't want this played out. This might spend too much controversy. But again, it's all a double entendre. There's all layers to it, and it depends on how you want to interpret it and say Kendrick's lines.
Good year full of free will. Trunk card, tell me not to spare your life.
I obviously, yeah, definitely assassination reference there. They just say,
spare your life.
What the fuck? Man, that was just the right balance of composure with Malice and just that sinister edge to it all. And I'm glad that they didn't censor Kendrick's verse. I'm glad that they let Kendrick's freedom of speech shine, right? And that they made a statement, that they bet on themselves, bought themselves out of their contract. Because this right here is the reason why. This is why the album got delayed, right? Instead of like dropping the album earlier, giving in to the fans, giving in to the pressure, they went, no, we're going to let this marinate. We're going to do this right. And look at the numbers that it's done so far. Look at the numbers that this album should do. And I'm just talking about the buzz and everything around it. It should pay off, right? Because Clipse made a stand for their art. And they always feel like they're this underdog story against the labels. You always want to root for them. And Kendrick absolutely cooked on that verse. Talked his shit. Connected in different levels. You know, he went political. He went social. He went about hip hop. You had the lines on Drake. And then you had the crazy GGG scheme and wordplay. You even had the walk into history and the history lesson as well.
POV kilos in my mind back. Take Amtrak down south, then she flies back. My connect has ponytails tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. They content create, I despise that. I create content, then they tries that. Run these jewels, there's rules I don't buy back. I've topped all these lists, where's my prize at? All I see is 60-day stars and 20.
I'll tell you what. I think Pharrell's on a mission. I really think Pharrell is on a mission with a point to prove. Since the Neptune split, like, I got this. I got Clipse. Don't worry. I'm going to carry this. And he also knows that Tyler's on this. Like, you open up and you just have, like, this choir chanting, right? This sort of epic sound. I feel like we're going to get orchestral. But then we switch. And then you just get, like, this funky type of synth. Just, like, vibrating through it. Got a little bit of that classic Pharrell fingerprint on top of that. Just that sound and style. And then it kind of drops down for a second.
POV kilos.
And then it all kicks back in. And then Pusha. POV kilos. Da, 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 da. Like the super definition of like just a very soft, like slightly higher, very staccato delivery. POV, I'm spelling it out for you. You can follow this while I continue to rap.
In my mind back, take Amtrak down south, then she flies back. My connect has ponytails tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. They content.
I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. Like the Tyvek rap that goes around houses. Like he's putting it inside the dry roll in the insulation and behind that. That's how I take that line.
Tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek.
Connect ponytails. He's got the drug schemes as well, taking the Amtrak down, flying back, bringing things across the border.
Has ponytails tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. They content create. I despise that. I create content, then they tries that.
I really like that line, right? They content create. They just do things for the sake of content creation, just generating stuff, right? Whereas the way that he positions this, I'm creating content, but there's a difference. It's all in my intention. I'm not creating content for the sake of creating content, right? I'm creating art. What I create becomes content versus you're setting out to make content for the sake of making content. There's a key difference right there in delineation and intention.
I despise that. I create content, then they tries that. Run these jewels, there's rules I don't.
Run these jewels. He's going to take your jewels. But also, I wonder if that's a shout out to Run the Jewels, the LP Killer Mike. Come on.
I create content, then they tries that. Run these jewels, there's rules I don't buy back. I've topped all these lists, where's my prize at? 60-day stars and 20-year thousandaires. Not enough shopping, whole lot of browsing theirs. My reinvention, I know you thinking how's it fair? You stream kings, but you never fit a crowd in there. Supreme team parallels when the powder clears. I seen things that I'm still not even proud to share. You Zeus Network niggas, you hear me loud and clear. Get these 5,500 to host the niggas out of here. Sand color Rolls Royce, we like Saudi's here. The only Audi here is driven by my owl pair. Ghost face with the wrist, bird falconer.
Hey, leave it to Pusha just to flex on Audi and go, no, that's only good enough for my au pair, right? Who's watching my kids? Come on.
Driven by my owl pair. Ghost face with the wrist, bird falconer. Willie Falcone trunk full of talcum here. Shotgun with your ex feels like Malcolm's near. Send a hit through a text, ain't no shouting here. Bypass MIA, too much crowd in there. I spent summers with connects, love that mountain air.
Hey, I really love just the method of delivery on this.
Cause you hear me, but you never fit a crowd in there. Top all these lists, where's my prize at?
Where's my prize at? Notice how he says a little bit higher here, right? So we talk about juxtapositions, and he's sitting up here. And then when he comes in with the verse, he's got just a different tone. It's still kind of like that very laid-back, devil-may-care attitude and delivery style that I love, almost that lazy tongue from them. But he drops down, he gets a little bit bassier here when he comes in with this verse, just to make sure that that just sits in a nice contrast to the hook.
It's 60-day stars, and back, I've topped all these lists, where's my prize at? All I see is 60-day stars, and
all I see is 60-day stars.
20-year thousandaires.
20-year thousand, that's a hell of a word right there. That's my new word of the day, 20-year thousandaires. Right? I see these one-hit wonders, these 60-day stars, these 20-year thousandaires, these dudes that have been around for forever. Jim Jones, how you doing? That have never really made it and made any money. They're just only thousandaires.
Where's my prize at? All I see is 60-day stars and 20-year thousand.
That's a diss and a flex.
Not enough shopping, whole lot of browsing theirs.
I like that. Not enough shopping, whole lot of browsing theirs. Like, again, hey, just invent a word to fit into the rhyme scheme. This Pusha, man. But you're always going to remember that line now because it just really sits out there. Whole lot of browsinaires. They're not billionaires. They're browsers. That's all that they do. They're window shopping.
And 20-year thousandaires. Not enough shopping. Whole lot of browsinaires. My reinvention. I know you thinking how's it fair. You stream kings, but you never fit a crowd in there.
You stream kings. You never fit a crowd in there. Right? Funny how you're doing all these streaming numbers, or you're always online, and yet I don't see you actually filling a crowd at shows, right? You don't have any real, tangible movement.
I know you thinking, how's it fair? You stream kings, but you never fit a crowd in there. Supreme team parallels when the powder clears.
Supreme Team. Shout out Supreme Team. That's a drug dealing reference. Supreme Team from Queens, there's a documentary on them, right? Dealing cocaine, Supreme Team, and they even found their way in references into hip-hop throughout the years, right?
You never fit a crowd in there. Supreme team parallels when the powder clears. I seen things that I'm still not even proud to share. You Zeus Network niggas, you hear me loud and clear. Get these 5,500 to hosting niggas out of here.
Hey.
Sand color.
Zeus Network. For me, again, what's Zeus Network specialized in? Reality TV. He's firing more shots than me at Jim Jones, right? There's some more Jim Jones disses that I take it as, like we had in Chains and Whips.
I seen things that I'm still not even.
What do you got on Zeus? You got baddies, right? It's all reality TV on Zeus.
Been proud to share. You Zeus Network.
Y'all just running gossip, right? Y'all just run on reality TV. That's all you do. You're 20-year thousandaires. You're browsinaires. Yeah. What up, Jim?
Work niggas, you hear me loud and clear. Get these 5,500 to hosting niggas out of here. Sand color Rolls Royce, we like Saudis here.
Sand color Rolls Royce, we like Saudis here? Come on.
Hosting niggas out of here. Sand color Rolls Royce, we like Saudis here. The only Audi here is driven by my out pair.
Only Pusha can dish Audi, right? Diss an Audi because he's got even nicer whips than that, right? That's my throwaway. What is a luxury car to most people? Nah, that's a throwaway to me. This is what Pusha gives you. He gives you that true luxurious bars and values.
Royce, we like Saudis here. The only Audi here is driven by my out pair. Ghostface with the wrist, bird falconer. Really,
I like that line as well, man. Like Ghostface on the wrist, Ghostface watch versus Ghostface Killer from the Woo. But he always had that classic, that eagle band, like he's a falconer, right? He had the eagle gold bracelet and the massive eagle sat on the wrist. That's what he shouted out right there. That iconic piece of 90s jewelry.
Driven by my out pair. Ghostface with the wrist, bird falconer. Willie Falcone, trunk full of talcum here.
And then Falconer flips it into Willie Falcone. That was MIA, that was Miami cocaine dealer, right? Talcum, because there's powder in it. There's powder in the trunk.
With the wrist, bird falconer. Willie Falcone, trunk.
Falconer, Falcone, talcum here. Just the way, I've talked about this before, like I always love, Clipse just finds unique sounding rhymes, right? They've got just a great ear for bending it because they have these slow marinated flows and they just find these like non-traditional rhyme schemes that they pattern. in words. They just always fit into their schemes. And you never know what they're going to say next and what word they're going to pull out, man. I always love that kind of like keeping you on the edge of your seat with Cliff and the rhyme writing.
Yeah. Ghost with the wrist, bird falconer. Willie Falcone, trunk full of talcum here. Shotgun with your ex feels like Malcolm's near. Send it.
Shotgun with your ex, like hitting a shotgun, right? Like shotgunning someone, blowing it into their face, versus obviously having a shotgun, riding shotgun with your ex-girl, and then shouting out Malcolm X.
Full of talcum here. Shotgun with your ex feels like Malcolm's near. Send a hit through a text, ain't no shouting here. Bypass MIA, too much crowd in there. I spent summers with connects, love that mountain air. POV kilos in my mind back. Take Amtrak down south, then she flies back. My connect has ponytails tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. They content create, I despise that. I create content, then they tries that. Run these Jews, there's rules I don't buy back. I've topped all these lists, where's my prize
okay,
at?
call me Mr. Brella, how I weather the storm. At 43 milli, I peel off like an orange. I got deaf and blind bitches trying to see what it do.
He just do an orange rhyme scheme, he did.
Milli, I peel off like an orange.
Storm, orange, Wade Bennett.
I got deaf and blind bitches trying to see what it do. Little feature niggas threaten to sue. Tell your lawyer to set the fee. LaFerrari doors open up like it's therapy. That number ain't bread to me. That million is crumbs. You niggas is bums. I'm not a tough guy. I'm a flower boy. Them beats get you stung. Oh nah nah nah. Yeah, they will bust for me. Tricky niggas puzzle me. I could never buy a bitch a Birkin cause she fucking me. I got homes I ain't sleeping in. The options my nigga push. Keep dirty white moving like mosh pits. They watch it. I'm like white bitches the way I pop shit. I need God to play the lead in my biopic. The curse of the Z rolls where you become the devil or the tap dancing Negro. I came to terms that I'ma probably outgrow my hero. Come get with me.
POV kilos in my mind.
I'll tell you what, he's growling for a reason on that. I love just that very gritty, aggressive Tyler style delivery.
3 million.
Run these Jews, there's rules I don't buy back. I've topped all these lists, where's my prize
okay,
at?
call me Mr. Brella, how I weather the storm.
Mr. Umbrella Ella, how I weathered the storm. Come on.
At 43 milli, I peel off like an orange.
The luxury whip is peeling off like an orange versus peeling an orange. Come on.
Umbrella, how I weather the storm. At 43 milli, I peel off.
Like out behind is like, like super breathy ad-libs just add like a little bit more kind of intensity to it. Like it's almost like this like organized dissonance behind him because there's a couple different ad-lib tracks he's just like stacking like way down in the mix behind his main.
Can't call me Mr. Brella, how I weather the storm. At 43 milli, I peel off like an orange. I got deaf and blind bitches trying to see what it do. Little feature.
Deaf and blind trying to see, come on.
Niggas threaten to sue. Tell your lawyer to set the fee. LaFerrari doors open up like it's therapy. That
opening up like it's therapy versus the doors open. The doors literally, they open up in the air. Come on, open up like it's therapy with the whip. And then before that, who's threatening to sue Tyler? Huh? Lawsuit.
Tell your lawyer to set the fee. LaFerrari
Drake 2.0.
doors open up like it's therapy. That number ain't bread to me. That million is crumbs. You niggas is bums. I'm not a tough guy. I'm a flower boy. Them beats get you stung. Oh nah.
Shouting out his album Flower Boy, man. That was a classic.
You niggas is bums. I'm not a tough guy. I'm a flower boy. Them beats get you stung. Oh nah nah nah. Yeah, they will bust for me. Tricky niggas puzzle me.
They would buzz for me. So he plays off of Flower Boy. Bees get you stung, right? And you understand the context of that. You're going to get stung in a different sense. And then he takes the bees, Flower Boy stung, into buzz. Like getting a buzz, leaning into the Clipse, the buzz, the cocaine, the drug dealing schemes versus getting a buzz, bees buzzing. Come on.
Bees get you stung. Oh nah nah nah. Yeah, they will bust for me. Tricky niggas puzzle me. I could never buy a bitch a Birkin cause she fucking me. I got homes I ain't sleeping in. The options my nigga push. Keep dirty white moving like mosh pits. They
Dirty white, that dirty cocaine moving like mosh pits, whereas a mosh pit can get dirty. Normally, it's the whitey tighties in it.
watch it. I'm like white bitches the way I pop shit.
What up, that's me.
I need God to play the lead in my biopic. The curse of this
Even that.
push. Keep dirty white moving like mosh pits. They watch it. I'm like white bitches the way I pop shit. I need God to
I'm like white bitches, the way I pop shit. Why? Because a lot of pop music is dominated by white women. Versus White bitches popping shit, popping a lot of pills. It's tough out here for the carrots.
Play the lead in my biopic. The curse of the zero. I need God to play the lead in my biopic.
I need God to play the lead. Like just the way that he delivers that, right? Really almost like takes us to church for a second. Just that little inflection change up right there. And I mean, again, more of a braggadocious type of talk right there and vibe. Like God's got to play me, basically, in my biography.
White bitches the way I pop shit. I need God to play the lead in my biopic. The curse of the zeros, where you become the devil or the tap dancing Negro. I came to terms that I'ma probably outgrow my heat.
Curse of the zeros, right? Devil and tap dancing. And I won't say that, but again, you see how Tyler's positioned in that right there, right? You think I'm just tap dancing. You think I'm just gonna serve you. Like I'm gonna serve a master. Yeah, good luck with that. That ain't happening, right? Just the way that Tyler presents that and flips that whole sequence and scheme.
Become the devil or the tap dancing Negro. I came to terms that I'ma probably outgrow my hero. Come get with me.
And that's a flex right there. I came to terms that I'ma outgrow my heroes. Ooh.
Kilos in my mind, back take Amtrak down south, then she flies back. My connect has ponytails tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. They content create, I despise that. I create content.
I still love that line. It hits, like I've heard it a couple times now. Love that line.
Then they tries that. Run these jewels, there's rules I don't buy back. I've topped all these lists. Where's my prize at? If they had to weigh the operation, call it obese.
Beat switch?
All these lists, where's...
Notice how the beat cuts out right here. And Pharrell's done this a couple times now, like really sauce it. Less is more. I'm talking about like this minimalist spirit, right? Cut it and then switch the beat. Smooth before Malice comes in.
If they had to weigh the operation, call it obese. I mix it like Mahomes, then I tell them go deep. The rag top drop, playing hide and go seek. The Bentley leather match the pipe and that's the motif. Just to think I built a rap career off an OZ. I'm watching new niggas rap just to OD. If I didn't give you both sides, I wouldn't be me. I was the only one to walk away and really be free. Wow. As far as I'm concerned, I do really be he. I can open up my closet with the skeleton key. If I lied to myself, I could sell it to me. I done sung along with rappers I never believed. Came back for the money, that's the devil in me. Had to hide it from the church, that's the Jekyll in me. I never thought twice what the pressure would be. Cause niggas' chains look just like oppression to me. Kilos in my back take.
God, every time though, every time I feel like, is it because I'm so excited that he's back and it's been so long? Or is it just because he's just that nice? Like he always does it. Like this is what happens with Clipse. This is what's happened in the past with me. Just my experience, right? Pusha comes through and you're like, man, Pusha cooked that. Pusha did his thing. Even Tyler came through. Tyler did his thing. And then it's Malice's turn and you're just like, how could you take it from a crazy level already and just elevate it even further? But that's what Malice does. That's what Malice does for me. I love Malice. I love Clipse, period. But like even Pusha's talked about it, like in interviews and stuff. Like he's acknowledged, like, yeah, I like that. I like that my brother will outpen me on tracks and we push each other and that's what we do.
I came to terms that I'ma probably
back take Amtrak down south, then she flies back. My connect has ponytails tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. They content create, I despise that.
He just has some lines that they just hit
my back. I've topped all these lists. Where's my prize at? If they had to weigh the operation, call it obese.
I think the beat switch helps too to highlight it, like really make you tune in as well. Weigh the operation, call it obese, you know, because we're weighing it and measuring out everything and dividing it up. The drug flips versus weighing to obesity.
These lists, where's my prize at? If they had to weigh the operation, call it obese. I mix it like Mahomes, then I tell them go deep. So
mix it like Mahomes, and I tell them go deep. Mixing the drugs, tell them go deep. Now go out and ship it, right? Go sell that product. Versus like Mahomes, mixing it in the pocket, throwing it, going deep. Mahomes is also mixed race. That's a smooth flip right there. And even obese. Like just the way he holds out that word, man. Just, yet again, obese has been used by rappers before. But the way that he enunciates it, the way that he just kind of holds on to it, and just likes the way that it sounds on the tip of his tongue and won't let it go. I just love that type of diction and approach.
Operation, call it obese. I mix it like Mahomes, then I tell him go deep. The rag top drop, playing hide and go seek. The Bentley leather match the pipe and that's the motif. Just to think.
That's the motif, baby. The luxury motif. That's the central theme of this. You've been paying attention versus the motifs on the logos and the icons.
Playing hide and go seek. The Bentley leather match the pipe and that's the motif. Just to think I built a rap career off in OZ. I'm watching new niggas rap just to OD.
That's just different. I built a career off an OZ. Off of talking about these drug schemes and glorifying this. Off of OZ's announces. Meanwhile, all these new dudes I see on the scene, while I'm talking about this and dealing it out, they're the ones that are actually taking the product and rapping just to OD. And we know that there have been too many that have OD'd and too many that have been lost. And rest in peace to them. But, ooh, man, it's just like, it's heavy, right? It's heavy because it's true. And he just says it with almost this devil may care attitude. And it's just that, that different edge that Clipse gives you, man, with some of these lines.
Rap career off in OZ. I'm watching new niggas rap just to OD. If I didn't give you both sides, I wouldn't be me. I was the only one to walk away and really be free.
Only one to walk away and really be free, and he did. He did. Decade plus, man. He has been free. But why did he come back? He tells you why he comes back. Again, that line just hits the
sides, I wouldn't be me. I was the only one to walk away and really be free. As far as
free from the industry, free from the corruption and all
I'm concerned, I do really be he. I can open up my closet with the skeleton key. If I lied to myself, I could sell it to me.
Lied to myself, sell it to me. I take it as, we ain't buying that. We ain't buying what you selling. If you tell a lie, I don't buy it. You say that to someone sometimes. It's like an idiom, right? So if I lied to myself, I could sell it to me. Even though I'm skeptical, even though I ain't buying that, I could still sell it because I'm that good of a dealer. Like a Cassidy, I could sell salt to a slug, right? I'm a hustler.
Closet with the skeleton key. If I lied to myself, I could sell it to me. I done sung along with rappers I never believed. Came back for the money, that's the devil in me. Had to hide it from the church, that's the Jekyll in me.
Came back for the money, that's the devil, right? I'm gonna tell you why I'm back. I'm back for this. It is what it is, right? That's the devil's side. That's me giving you both sides. And then Jekyll and Hyde, he set up the both sides earlier, and then he comes back to it right here with the pattern, with the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right? Because that's two different sides of the same person, like him. Jekyll and Hyde, hiding it, H-I-D-E, stashing it away, versus H-Y-D-E, the character of Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, the monster.
I never thought twice what the pressure would be, cause niggas' chains look just like oppression to me.
Chains look like oppression to me. Have you swapped it for a new form of slavery, basically? Talking about chains back to the days of slavery, but versus the chains that you wear nowadays. Is that just a reflection now of a new type of materialistic and industry slavery to the labels and to the control that they have?
POV kilos in my back. Take Amtrak down south, then she flies back. My connect has ponytails tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. They content create, I despise that. I create content, then they tries that. Run these jewels, there's rules I don't buy back. I've topped all these lists, where's my prize at?
That's cold. Oh, I love kind of the white noise to take us out as well. Like the choice to go a cappella here.
Where's my prize at?
And just let that carry us out. You just hear how kind of like wet and reverby that is. And just go out. Yeah, man. I tell you what, man. It feels good. It feels good. I'm so blessed to have this platform and to have days like this when I get to sit here and listen to music like this.
16,000 square, 8 million up there, 2 million down here. When I was born.
What in the Middle Eastern influences right there? I feel like we're all kneeling for prayer. Welcome to the Holy Mecca of Hip Hop, brought to you by Clipse.
16,000 square.
Those strings are menacing too. How can they take like just softer instrumentation and sounds? And this is what Clipse does. And shout out to Pharrell as well. It just like twist it, darken it. It feels so dark and luxurious and just, yeah, feels good to be a bad guy.
8 million up there, 2 million down here.
When I was born, grandmama could see it. I be Bentley driven and very strategic. RM sleeve, no diamonds are needed. Floors are heated, so be it, so be it. Fucking with P, get something to meet you. Your soul don't like your body, we help you free it. Then we wait for TMZ to leak it. It ain't no secret, so be it, so be it. Smoke. So be it, so be it. Smoke. So be it. CLIP.
I love the way this is set up. For me, I always like just black and white music videos. I don't know, there's something just artistic about it, like the film noir-esque attitude to it. You have a few of these shots too where you see just kind of like this light blur, right? And for me, like blurring the lines and just like breaking through into the imagination, just kind of like breaks through visually for me. It's more like the realm of the subconscious, man. Love just some of these shots and the artistry behind it, even like the shadows. Like notice how half of his face, like the light is not actually in the foreground on his face. You got it more to the background, something more sinister, kind of underneath, off to the side.
So be it, so be it.
Just a simple setup. So be it, so be it. Simply said, and yet for me, just represents and encapsulates Clipse so well, right? Very devil may care. So be it, so be it. That's just the way it is. Smoke, that's all right. So be it, so be it. We with it.
Fucking with P, get something to meet you. Your soul don't like your body, we help you free it. Then we wait.
Effing with P. Effing with Pharrell. You want it? You gonna get it.
To meet you.
Now, I gotta bring it back further. I wasn't breaking it down all the way.
Very strategic. RM sleeve, no diamonds are needed.
RM sleeve, Richard Mille watches, no diamonds. I don't need to bust down it.
Floors are heated, so be it, so be it. Fucking.
I think the Airbnb I'm in right now to film this music video has heated floors. That's what's up.
With P, get something to meet you. Your soul don't like your body, we help you free it. Then we wait for TMZ to leak it. It ain't no
soul, body, free it, but also to leak it like a body leaking, because we ended you versus TMZ leaking gossip.
Secret, so be it, so be it. Smoke. So be it, so be it.
This mix too, like some of these percussive hits, he just has that vibe of, you know, like taking a track and playing it in reverse and kind of just like messing with the tempo and just cutting back that frequency.
Smoke.
It's chops, man.
So be it, so be it. Smoke.
Man, favorite shot right here. We're going to do a lot of pausing. That's what we do on the channel. If you like it, subscribe, notifications on. Not everybody does this, but I enjoy it. That's why we do it. Look at that. Man, just the lighting and the blur of the lighting all the way down to the floor. And it's perfectly placed in between the two brothers. And then just, again, the lines of blurred lighting off to the side. Yeah, that's the shot of the day right there.
So be it. CLIP, SEFB, A-Ball LV. I can show you how to bust a brick if you let me. I'm monogram like confetti. Switch is ready. She leaning on Celine cause she ain't stepping into Giuseppe. Catch a $150 like each Pirelli. I got 8 of them, call me Andretti. If I'm not in the telly, selling the Yeti, then I'm twirling your bitch like she in spaghetti. Heavy, circle back and come and get this Kelly. And your ears too if you want them blue like Belly. Lot of jetting, Prada betting, 911s. I'm the who's who with what's what. Papa heaven. Fuck around and get your body traced trying to test me. Cause niggas that I'm with like to draw when it's sketchy. If they catch me, don't forget me. Resurrect me. Buy a dog tag the same place that they would get me. Ski.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Smoke. Man.
So be it, so be it.
I just feel like there's never a wasted word with Clipse. Everything is so polished.
Oh. So be it, so be it. Smoke.
Man, I love this.
So be it. CLIP, SEFB, A-Ball LV.
CLIP? Is he taking the Clipse name and flipping it? Right? Like in Giuseppe, like making it sound more luxurious? Yeah. The thing I love too is like the rhyme scheme choice. Like they always find foreign words. Unique sort of syllabant sounds and vowel sounds to like bend into their rhyme schemes. I always wonder like what words they're gonna pattern into their rhymes next.
So be it. CLIP, SEFB, A-Ball LV. I can show you how to bust a
8-ball LV right there. Again, that just encapsulates the drug dealing, the 8 balls, the cocaine versus LV, Louis Vuitton.
Be it. CLIP, SEFB, A-Ball LV. I can show you how to bust a brick if you let me. I'm monogram like confetti. Switch is ready. She
Bust a brick, monogram, right? So taking a brick, breaking it down into grams versus monogram. So we had the LV, a monogram. Like when you take initials, that's a monogram. Like LV is a monogram. And then you put that in like the logo and display the monogram. But like confetti, because confetti, you can put monograms on confetti. So you've got the gram into the cocaine scheme, right? You got the monogram playing off of the LV, playing off of the confetti scheme. And then on top of that, I'm on a gram. I'm on a gram. I wonder. Nah, I don't even need to wonder, man. Drake, Aubrey, Graham. Definitely feel like there's a little bit of a Drake shot there because he's been on going at Aubrey Graham for a minute and a half ever since he made him claim his child.
How to bust a brick if you let me. I'm on a gram like confetti.
Man, that's
Switch
a
is
bar.
ready. She leaning on Celine cause she ain't stepping into Steppy. Catch.
And that's just like a typical Clipse luxurious flip right there. She on Celine. Like Giuseppe, which is already luxurious, that's not even exclusive enough. We got to go even more exclusive. If you know, you know. That's one of those.
$150 like each Pirelli. I got the lean cause she ain't stepping into Steppy. Catch up. $150 like each Pirelli. I got 8 of them, call me Andretti.
$150 like each Pirelli. Pirelli tires, I got 8 of each. Call me Andretti. Formula One. You got the new Brad Pitt movie coming, but shout out to Formula One, man. I'm Team Red Bull. Right? Andretti is coming to Formula One. If there's 8, he's got 8 tires. Formula One car has 4 tires. There's 2 drivers on the grid for each team. Andretti is about to put 8 tires, aka 2 drivers, on the grid next season as the new Formula One team. He's got 8 like Andretti. That's crazy.
$150 like each Pirelli. I got 8 of them, call me Andretti. If I'm not in the telly, selling the Yeti, then I'm twirling your bitch.
In the telly, in the hotel, selling the Yeti, selling the white Yeti cocaine again.
Andretti, if I'm not in the telly, selling the Yeti,
Yep.
then I'm twirling your bitch like she in spaghetti.
Nice.
Heavy, circle back and come and get this Kelly. And your ears too, if you want 'em blue like Belly. Lot of jet.
Shout out to the movie Belly, man. Shout out to Nas. Rest in peace to DMX, right? But you know, like the Hobson look with the eyes glowing, you know where that originated from? That originated from the Belly movie, right? And a lot of that was in blue hues. Very iconic Belly. So in Blue Like Belly, the movie reference, versus like blue cocaine, blowing it up your nose versus getting this Kelly, getting this white girl. He keeps flipping, man.
Come and get this Kelly. And your ears too, if you want 'em blue like Belly. Lot of jetting, Prada bedding, 911s. I'm the who's who with what's what, Papa Heaven.
Lot of jet, and then he leads it to the 911 like a Porsche 911. But obviously, we know the planes and jetting to 911. That's like a loose change game.
Prada bedding, 911s. I'm the who's who with what's what, Papa Heaven.
Nice.
Fuck around and get your body traced trying to test me. Cause niggas that I'm with like to draw when it's sketchy. If they catch me,
Draw when it gets sketchy out here. When we're not sure, it gets sketchy versus sketching, drawing, and then flipping that. Draw you in a chalk outline.
your body traced trying to test.
Body trace, like tracing, drawing, versus obviously getting your body in a chalk outline trace. And then that shot right there, right? Brother looking at brother performing, but just like the shadow of it standing. Man, I love that shot.
Cause niggas
Some dope framing between the duo here.
that I'm with like to draw when it's sketchy. If they catch me, don't forget me. Resurrect me. Fire dog tags the same place that they would get me.
Nice.
Ski.
I like that.
Smoke. So be it, so be it. Smoke. So be it, so be it.
You ain't solid, ain't valid, you ain't Malice. Been quiet, ain't riot, you ain't Paris. Blow money, you owe money, we ain't balanced. You ain't believe, God did, you ain't Khaled. All black, back to back, this ain't traffic. Can't wrap your head round that, you ain't Arab. Y'all tweet, bird talk, we all parrots. Lone Star, cross the border, we like Dallas. 21, gun salute, we been savage. Tag 'em up, add 'em up, them niggas average. Fly 'em in, fly 'em out, only the baddest. If I had her, then you had her, she never mattered. Wish upon the stars of my roof, they all scattered. Ain't no more Neptune, so peace Saturn. Off the first ski up, they re-up. It's a pattern, like middlemen, they killing them. You know what happened.
This is culture.
It's so good. I think I'm going to keep cheesing. Every time that we get No Malice, it's so good to have him back. But I tell you what, man, bar, 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 punchline, punchline, punchline. Every line just stacked. That was like just a great battle rapper verse almost. You know when like you get a battle rapper that's really on a hot one, right? And they're just firing like rounds hit, rounds hit, rounds hit, like every single bar, and they just stack, and each bar gets better. That was that No Malice verse right there. Let's break this down and just appreciate it.
Tag the same place that they would get me. Ski.
This is culture.
They got another hit on this one. This album's gonna be crazy.
Smoke. So be it, so be it. Smoke.
Let me make sure I'm actually like recording. Yeah, all right, we good. We good. I don't know, when I'm not my normal setup, sometimes I mess things up.
So be it, so be
You
it.
ain't solid, ain't valid, you ain't Malice. Been quiet, ain't riot, you ain't Paris.
Ain't right, you ain't Paris. Bastille Day in Paris celebrates the famous prison riots which started the French Revolution. And Paris has been known for their riots, the Yellow Jacket riots over the years. Come on,
Solid,
man.
ain't valid, you ain't Malice. Been quiet, ain't riot, you ain't Paris.
Yeah.
Blow money, you owe money, we ain't balanced, you ain't believe.
Blow money, you ain't owe money, we ain't balanced. We ain't on the same level. Versus like a balance because you owe debts, your bank balance. You ain't really balanced because you're on the blow too.
You ain't Paris, blow money, you owe money, we ain't balanced, you
Yeah.
ain't believe. God did, you ain't Khaled. All
You ain't believe, but God believed in us. And DJ Khaled had his album, God Did, even had a line like that, shouting out Khaled, we the best.
owe money, we ain't balanced,
Come
you
on.
ain't believe. God did, you ain't Khaled.
And then it just, for me, having Khaled leans into the Arab rap line perfectly that he has in a second.
All black, back to back, this ain't traffic. Can't
All black, back to back, him and his twin standing back to back like Lethal Weapon, wearing all black, black in this video. Man, it is so smooth the way that he's flipping. I see like two whips, two like black SUVs driving down the strip. Traffic, back to back, like back to back traffic.
God did, you ain't Khaled. All black, back to back, this ain't traffic. Can't wrap your head round that, you ain't Arab. Yo,
Rapping your head like an Arab. Rap on the head versus rapping, understanding these lines, and then what he raps right here off the head.
back to back, this ain't traffic. Can't wrap your head round that, you ain't Arab. Y'all tweet, bird talk, we all parrots. Lone Star, cross the border, we like Dallas.
Y'all tweet, bird talk, we all parrots. We all just follow, don't we? We all just tweet, right? You kind of sheep. Another way of saying like you're sheep, you just fall into these echo chambers of Twitter and social media. You need to be a leader.
Bird talk, we all parrots. Lone Star, cross the border, we like Dallas. 21.
Lone Star across the border because Dallas, Texas is the Lone Star state, and then right there at the border to Mexico.
Gun salute,
Oftentimes you move weight across the border.
parrots. Lone Star, cross the border, we like Dallas. 21. Gun salute, we been savage. Tag 'em up.
21 Savage shout out, but then also like military heroes, veterans, they get a 21 gun salute. My grandfather, when he was killed, and at Arlington Cemetery, they gave him a 21 gun salute. That's what's
Border,
up.
we like Dallas. 21. Gun salute, we been savage. Tag 'em up, add 'em up. Them niggas average. Fly 'em in. Fly
Add them, they're just average versus like when you add something, right? Then divide it, then take the average number.
I am out, only the baddest. If I had her, then you had her, she never mattered. Wish upon the stars on my roof, they all scattered. Ain't
Another Rolls Royce bar, right? Indigos with the stars on the roof. That was a flip.
no more Neptune, so peace Saturn. Off
That might be my favorite bar of it all. No more Neptunes, peace Saturn, right? Because the Neptunes obviously split, but hey, Pharrell's still doing what he does, but he's still going strong. And for me, that goes even deeper. It's not just a planetary bar between Neptune and Saturn, but also you think of like Roman mythology, and you think about who the father of Neptune was. That was Saturn, right? So P fathered it all. And obviously the planet, in terms of size, we all know that Saturn is a lot bigger than Neptune.
stars on my roof, they all scattered.
That's cold.
Ain't no more Neptune, so peace Saturn. Off the first ski up, they re-up. It's a pattern, like middlemen, they killing them. You know what happened.
They killing them like middlemen. Why? Go straight to the connect. You want to make more money? Take out the middleman.
This is culture in the first
Smoke.
place.
So be it, so be it.
Even like just the art expression here and some of like the ballerina showing off of this and the fluidity of it. It's dope, man.
Smoke. So be it. You cried in front of me. You died in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me.
Her utopia had moved right up the street, and her lip gloss was popping. She ain't need you to eat. The net gon' call it the way that they see it, but I got the video I can share and AE it. They wouldn't believe it, but I can't unsee it. Lucky I ain't TMZ it. So be it, so be it.
What?
This is culturally inappropriate.
Oh, there it is. That's why you really wanted me to check this out. I'm sat thinking, was the bar the Graham, the Drake diss earlier? No, this is way too obvious. This is all Travis Scott. It just feels like this was thrown in at the end too. I thought we were done with the song.
Like middlemen, they
No
killing
way.
them. You know what happened.
This is culturally inappropriate.
No way.
So be it, so be it. Smoke. So be it. You cried in front of me. You died in front of me.
You cried, you died in front of me. Because this is personal here, right? This is a little bit more personal. Because they have connected before.
Calabasas took your bitch.
Obviously, good music, Kanye West, all that. Like, there's history
Your
here.
pride in front of me. Her utopia had moved right up the street, and her
Utopia had moved right. Hang on. There's layers here. Because he's talking about Kylie Jenner, right? He's talking about the Kardashians
right
as well.
up the street, and her lip
Let's bring it back.
and your pride in front of me. Her utopia had moved right up the street. So be it. You cried in front of me. You died in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me.
Calabasas out in California, right? That's where the money is, right? That's where the Kardashians are. Calabasas took your bitch, took Kylie, right? Because they're separated, even though they still got 2 kids.
Her utopia had moved right up the street.
Utopia moved right up, so she moved up the street to be close to the kids. Like Utopia, that's supposed to be the perfect family picture. Versus obviously Travis Scott's album. He's letting you know who he's talking about right here with this double with Utopia.
And her lip gloss was popping. She ain't need you to eat.
Her lip gloss was popping. Yeah, I mean, is she worth more than Travis Scott at this point in time? With her lip gloss, her makeup brand, just every business that she's on. I mean, her business has absolutely blown up. That lip gloss is really popping. Obviously, the song too. My lip gloss is popping.
Utopia had moved right up the street, and her lip gloss was popping. She ain't need you to eat.
Woo.
The net gon' call it the way that they see it, but I got the video I can share and AE it.
This one is the boogeyman. I know we say Kendrick's the boogeyman, but I just feel like Pusha T is so surgical. Like, he doesn't just diss you. He has everything. Like, it's like a forensic investigation into your life. Like, he's hinting at something here. He's hinting that he's got video. He's not letting us know what the video is, but Travis Scott is going to know what the video is. And this is very cleverly put because this creates intrigue. We're all like, what is this video, right? What is he hinting at? What does he have in the vault, right? But Travis will know. And it'll be really interesting to see how Travis responds to this and how he handles it, right? Because it could easily go, it's very clever, this tactic, because he wants to get a response out of Travis, right? Because if Travis doesn't respond or he tries to like brush it aside, then it's like, oh, Push must really have something on Travis because Travis is scared. What is that video about, right? So it almost forces Travis psychologically into a situation and in the public face where it's like he has to respond. Because he has to show that he's not afraid. But then if the video really is incriminating, well, then he's just walking right into the hangman's noose himself. This is a battle tactician right here. This is deeper than just a battle, right?
Call it the way that they see it, but I got the video.
This feels
I can
personal.
share and AE it. They wouldn't believe.
I got the video. I can share and AE it. After Effects, Adobe After Effects, but AE. Is he talking about Ant-Man? He's talking about Ant-Man, right? Man's the next Michael Jordan, by the way. But anyways, he's talking about Anthony Edwards. Right? Share the video. Send the video. Send the video. That's what Ant-Man kept saying when he was trying to get his girl to take the abortion pills so that he didn't have to have another child. Didn't want to pay that child support. He came out and he apologized later, but that became a meme, right? You had like, yeah, that meme went crazy. Send the video. AE it. Anthony Edwards it. I could send the video.
The way that they see it, but I got the video I can share and AE it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't believe it, but I can't unsee it. Lucky I ain't TMZ it.
Wow.
So be it.
You lucky I ain't TMZ it. Just share it for the gossip of it all. I just got it. I'm just gonna tuck it away.
So be it.
So be it. That's cold. And now the song just takes a whole new meaning. Sorry, the car was full. I didn't even realize it. But anyways, that just takes on a whole new meaning for me. And you think about it. Like, I'm sure people would be like, yo, why is he dissing Travis Scott? But think about it. Think about where this all began, right? Even Pusha in the GQ interview that we talked about and that we broke down, he starts talking about Travis Scott. And Travis had Mayhem. And we all know what Drake did on Mayhem. Talking about, taking your boss's chains and melting them down, right? Talking about Pharrell. Even in the Kendrick and Drake beef, when Kendrick said he's going to inherit the beef, and you go back to Pharrell and Drake running around with the Pharrell chains and showing them off, right? Pusha T, Pharrell, the Neptunes, how they came up, we know they're tight. This is Pusha looking out for his man. But also Drake dissed them both. But what Travis did, this is where Travis is involved, right? Because Travis apparently went to them, played the song Mayhem for Pusha and Pharrell without the Drake verse. Without the Drake verse. They're like, yeah, this is dope. All right, we feel this. A week later, the song releases and the Drake verse dissing them both, because it's not just Pharrell, because he talks about taking your boss's chains, right? He disses them both. That releases. I'm sorry, that's a snake maneuver, right? Pusha has every right in this situation, and this doesn't even feel like just like competitive, like, oh, you dissed me or you did something, that's why I'm firing back. No. This feels deeper to Push. This feels like he has a dislike for this man, right? And he even said it before. This is that. Like, this goes deeper than that. This is diabolical from Pusha T. And then you got no Malice behind this too. Oh, Clipse is back. Clipse is back, man. I tell you what, the smoke so far. I can't wait for this album to drop. I love the video. I love the track. Do we finish this?
This is culturally inappropriate.
My mind is racing.
So be it, so be it. Smoke. So be it, so be it.
Yeah, I'm here for this.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Ballerinas doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe. Shopping sprees in Soho. You had to see it. Strippers shaking ass and watching the dough blow. Ace trumpets in rose mode. Yellow diamonds look like PP. Bitches fly from DC on my private to Waikiki. 3P. Niggas is my sons and that's on repeat. Sins of the father, so I call you little Michis. It's easy. How could you and me be? Ever seen his peers? Can't compare, you just CC. Don't you know these clears in my ears? Only VVs. Play musical
Man, I tell you what. This is incredible. This takes me back in time right now. The nostalgic vibes of this go in. It's so good to hear Pharrell production, Pusha T, and his just smooth, laid back, marinated flow. But he's such a dope writer too. Like, he just hits you with those punches and just weaves this web of wordplay. And then I know we still got no Malice on this too, man. The brothers are back. Let's go. VA in the building. I heard DC get shouted out. Anyways, let's keep this running, then we'll do a little breakdown.
Don't you know these clears in my ears? Only VVs. Play musical chairs. Fred Astaire through these GTs. Too much wear and tear on your bitch. She couldn't please me. White glove service with the brick. I am Luigi. Sold ecstasy and disappeared. I am Houdini. Look at them.
It's me, Mario.
Him and him, still waiting on Yeezy. I hope you got your squeegees. Had your interviews, I just kiki. Life's peachy, ASAP with Riri. You rappers all beneath me, but love like the Bee Gees. International flights connect me to the Wi-Fi. The only way you reach me, Ballerinas doing pirouettes inside of my.
Oh, it's that time. It's that time and that temperature. I just heard shots of Kanye too. All right, break this one down.
This is culturally inappropriate.
I love that. Culturally inappropriate. Playing off of like cultural appropriation, and then he flips it into culturally inappropriate. Come on, let's get loud. Let's get obnoxious with this.
Ballerinas doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe.
Even that. Pusha T always gives you just like these vibes, and Clipse gives you these vibes of like, just like that drug dealer, glorified lifestyle of like the Pablo Escobar's, just extravagance and luxury going hand in hand with that, with like the Frank Whites and all that, the way that he flips it. Ballerinas, something just a little bit more, got a little touch of culture to it, right? A touch of modern elegance with the ballerinas versus in my snow globe. So you see something beautiful like a snow globe, but in this case, snow is in cocaine, moving the cocaine. And then flipping it even further, because if you got something in the snow globe, well, that just gives you an image of him holding it up and him being in control of the situation and kind of being like the puppet master and having all the world turn to him and his words and what he's doing. Nice, just smooth coming with that. It sounds like that's going to be the hook too, because I hear it repeat on the end of Pusha's verse.
Shopping sprees in Soho, you had to see it. Strippers shaking ass and watching the dough blow. Ace trumpets and rose mode. Yellow diamonds look like PP. Bitches fly from DC on my private to Waikiki.
Yellow diamonds look like PP, right? It's like a little kid having an accident without a diaper.
Yellow diamonds look like PP. Bitches fly from DC.
Yellow diamonds, and then they fly from where? Come on, repping the hat
On
today.
my private to Waikiki. 3P. Niggas is my sons and that's on repeat. Sins of the father, so I call you little Michis. It's easy.
They my sons. And then he takes that line. This is what Pusha does, right? Set up with one line and then come down with the punchline below that. And for right here, this is the punchline with Big Meech, Lil Meech, and obviously the 50 Cent drama. When Big Meech came back, linked up with Rick Ross, we know 50 and Rick have their issues. And then 50 is just one of the world's greatest trolls. Not only trolling his own son, but also trolling Lil Meech as well and his issues with the whole series. Listen, we don't have to get into that. Most of y'all know that if you're watching this and you tapped in with Clipse right now. Come on, that's a smooth bar.
From DC on my private to Waikiki. 3P. Niggas is my sons and that's on repeat. Sins of the father,
I love that.
so I call you little Michis. It's easy.
Right, repeat. You're my sons. That's on repeat. Repeating this versus, like, obviously, if a father passes on to his son, like the seed, it's almost like repeating the line, right? Father to his son, repeat, and then the Meech bar, smooth.
On repeat. Sins of the father, so I call you little Michis. It's easy. How could you and me be? Ever seen his peers? Can't compare. You just CC. Don't you know these?
Ever seen as peers, can't compare. You just CC, right? As peers, like peering at something, seeing something, CC. Versus like when you see someone, CC someone on an email, right? You don't put them on the top line of the email. They're not the main subject of the email that you're addressing to, that you send that email to. They're just like attached to the bottom of it, right? But they still get to view it. So if you're his peer, he'd be putting you right there in that email, not CCing you. You just CC. You're just down below. You just kind of forgotten. You can watch this and just be a bystander, but you're not really a part of this.
Me be ever seen his peers? Can't compare. You just CC. Don't you know these clears in my ears? Only VVs play.
Even clears in my ears, like these clear, like diamonds, clarity, clear, versus like peering into something, CCing, seeing something. Just his word choice and the way that he flips them, man, he's very good at just staying thematically within these punchline pockets and just choosing his words and his setups. And again, still, you got the drug dealing. You got just the luxurious, laid-back lifestyle. It feels so good to be bad when you listen to Pusha, you know?
You just CC. Don't you know these clears in my ears? Only VVs play musical chairs. Fred Astaire through these GTs. Too much wear and tear on your bitch. She couldn't please me. White glove service with the brick. I am Luigi.
I like that bar too. Like white glove service. When you get something, you know, very paying top dollar, they're going to put white gloves on it to handle it. Versus Luigi running around with the white gloves, with the bricks, like breaking through bricks in Super Mario World. And then obviously the bricks of cocaine.
She couldn't please me. White glove service with the brick. I am Luigi. Sold ecstasy and disappeared. I am Houdini. Look.
That might be my favorite bar so far. Sold ecstasy and disappeared. Literally selling ecstasy and then disappearing like the great magician Houdini. Versus, shout out, hip-hop reference, baby. Rest in peace to Ecstasy from the group Houdini. That is a bar and a half.
I am Luigi. Sold ecstasy
and even the Luigi bars, which then leads into it after.
Disappeared. I am Houdini. Look at them. Him and him.
Like a magician wearing white gloves too.
Sold ecstasy and disappeared. I am Houdini. Look at them. Him and him. Still waiting on Yeezy. I hope you got your squeegees. Had your interviews. I just kiki. Life's peachy. ASAP with Riri.
Why? Why we do it? Why is Kanye falling out with everyone? Why is Kanye going on rants, going off on Pusha? Because Pusha is now responding back. I heard your interviews. I just kiki. And see, that's layered. That's so layered right there. We just laughing about it, right? We just brushing it aside. I just kiki in that sense. But also, think about Kiki and the root of this. Because when Drake dropped his song, right? Kiki, do you love me? Kanye went on a rant. So he flips a Kanye rant. You going on rants about me. But then he makes a little Kiki reference because he knows Kanye is going to connect those breadcrumbs to a previous rant that he had on Drake. When Drake dropped that song, talk about Kiki. And at the time, Kanye was with his wife, well, ex-wife now, Kim Kardashian, who used to be referred to as Kiki. And some people were hitting him up, and Kanye felt a type of way about it, like, is Drake suggesting that he got with my wife? Because Drake does have a pattern and a history of getting with people's girls. We talked about that in the Kendrick beef. So that's just layered right there between Drake to Kanye and the Kiki reference to Kim Kardashian versus Pusha flipping it like we just Kiki. It ain't nothing.
At your interview,
That is a bar and a half too.
I just Kiki, life's peachy, ASAP with Riri.
And then he just trolls, man. He just leans back, life's peachy. Let's just keep weaving this web, right?
At your interviews, I just Kiki, life's peachy, ASAP with Riri. You rappers all beneath me, but look.
ASAP with Riri, right? I mean, they got to be living a good life right now. Fenty's blowing up. ASAP just beat his case. He's good to go now. They got another kid on the way. They got that 3-peat, right?
You know Yeezy. I hope you got your squeegees. At your interviews, I just Kiki, life's peachy, ASAP with Riri. You rappers all beneath me, but love like the Bee Gees. International flights connect me to the Wi-Fi. The only way you reach.
Love the Bee Gees reference, and then shouting them out as well. Beloved like the Bee Gees. I mean, Bee Gees have just been beloved over the years. There's been so many covers done, so many samples of the Bee Gees, and it ties back in with he's just sunning everyone right now.
International flights connect me to the Wi-Fi.
I like how he says Wi-Fi right there instead of Wi-Fi, because obviously it ties in with the rhyme scheme, but for me it's like France, Paris, we,
Love like the Bee Gees. International flights connect me to the Wi-Fi. The only way you reach me, Ballerinas doing
And you have this sense too, like he's on an international flight on like a private plane, connected to that Wi-Fi, and that's the only way you reach me, because I'm way up in the sky, right? I'm untouchable right now. That was a smooth, just compact, confident, marinated, just layered from Pusha T, man. I love that.
The only way you reach me, Ballerinas doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe. Shopping.
Smart decision too by Pharrell to like really switch up and like scale back what is the hook. And I love this little like this just choir sort of chanting to the side of the mix, right? And I can just almost see a ballerina turning with this production right here. Like this throughout his verse, like percussion hits so much heavier, right? That bass is knocking, that synth is just really like, there's so much atmosphere, there's so much depth to that right here. Everything's happening, and it feels like it really calls for like just to be simplified, right? So coming out of that with all this happening, almost like this organized chaos within the mix, like it just smooths out and scales down for a second. Lets us breathe too and just kind of catch up with what Pusha was saying, all his punches.
With Riri, you rappers all beneath me, but love like the Bee Gees. International flights connect me to the Wi-Fi. The only way you reach me.
Ready?
Ballerinas doing
classic Hans, well, classic Clipse ad-lib.
My snow globe, shopping sprees in Soho. You had to see it. Strippers shaking ass and watching the dough blow. Ace trumpets and rose mo's.
Switch the drums too, like way down in the depth. Like I heard some congos going as well, man. Love the hand drums mixed in too. Pharrell production, chef's kiss.
And watching the dough blow. Ace trumpets and rose mo's.
Penny Alavaca. Panama fishing village, visiting with Papa, with choppers. All of you in pasta, simply just Ferrari window shoppers. The one that I just sorted looked like it was built by NASA. Over $500,000 we call for Kasha, reaching for Akasha. Never leaving home without my piece like I'm a Hatma. From the tribe of Judah, I'm Mufasa. Never turn the other cheek, you'll die at the Oscars. Persona non grata, mi casa su casa.
Yo. Will Smith just got done.
At the Oscar.
But if I'm making a face right now, I know there's going to be some people, Knox Hill's corny. I hate his reactions. You got to appreciate something right now. This is like Christmas. This is years. This is years in the making. Years in the making right here. I've been waiting so long to hear that cadence, to hear that tone of voice, man. Welcome back. Welcome back, and I'm not talking about Mace, I'm talking about no Malice, baby.
Panama fishing village, visiting with Papa.
Oh man, it feels so good.
All of you in pasta, simply just Ferrari window shoppers. The one that I just sorted looked like it was built by NASA. Over $500,000 we call for Kasha, reaching for Akasha. Never leaving home without my peace like I'm Mahatma. From the tribe of Judah, I'm Mufasa. Never turn the other cheek, you'll die at the Oscars. Persona non grata, mi casa su casa. Drugs killed my teen spirit, welcome to Nirvana. You was Fuji Lala, I was Alibaba. Dressed in house at Gucci, made from selling Lady Gaga. Hakuna Matata, island wearing tie-dye. Umbrella in my rolls, match the one that's in this my tie. Listen, you are not I, cross T's, dot I's. I done disappeared and reappeared without a voila.
Ballerinas doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe.
Oh man, this is why I took a break from my vacation right here. Oh man,
Visiting with Papa.
we gotta break this
Was
down.
shaking ass and watching the doors and soul. Ace trumpets and rose mo's.
Pene Alavaca, Panama fishing village, visiting with Papa. Which I
Pene Alavaca. It's just again like it's their word choice too. It's not like it's a crazy 6, 7, 8 syllable rhyme scheme, but like the way that they enunciate things, the way that they flip their word choice as well. They just find like some unique rhyming sounds to use. But I love how he plays like the PPP alliteration right here, like in Panama, right? Again, giving you like those Pablo Escobar vibes. Like we're connecting to the cartels right now and having those meetings like in between in Central
Pene
America.
Alavaca, Panama fishing village, visiting with Papa. With chapas, all of you impasta. Simply just for
And the impasta, right? Impasta, because it ties in with he's having some penne alavaca, right? So that to pasta versus your imposters.
visiting with Papa.
And again, it's just like we live in that good life right now. I need like a nice glass of wine. This is marinating and aging so well.
With chapas, all of you impasta. Simply just Ferrari window shoppers. The one that I just
Ferrari window shopper. Obviously, you had like the 50 Cent lines before. Shout out to 50 Cent. Ja, use a window shopper. But in this case, you're a window shopper because you can't buy it. You sit there and you look at the window. You're looking at the windows of the Ferrari as he goes by. You know you can't buy it.
you impasta. Simply just Ferrari window shoppers. The one that I just sorted looked like it was built by NASA. Over half
NASA, right? Shout out to NASA.
shoppers. The one
We going to space with
that
this.
I just sorted looked like it was built by NASA. Over $500,000 we call for Kasha. Reaching for Akasha. Never
Over $500,000 we call for Kasha. For Kasha. Bread. We stacking that bread right now.
over $500,000 we call for Kasha. Reaching for Akasha. Never leaving home without my peace like I'm Mahatma.
Reaching for my peace like Mahatma Gandhi, right? Who protested but practiced peaceful protesting, reaching for peace, reaching for his peace, versus Akasha, reaching for Akasha, enlightenment, spiritually enlightened into Mahatma Gandhi. That's cool.
Reaching for Akasha. Never leaving home without my peace like I'm Mahatma. From the tribe of Judah, I'm Mufasa. Never turn the
I really like that bar. From the tribe of Judah, right? Think about the root of that. The 12 tribes of Israel. One of those tribes was Judah. Roots of Judaism. Judah into the kiss. Oh, the other cheek line as well with Judas. Hang on.
like I'm Mahatma. From the tribe of Judah, I'm Mufasa. Never turn the other cheek, you'll die at the Oscars.
That's it, man. That's crazy. Never turn the other cheek, you'll die at the Oscars. Like Chris Rock and that slap heard around the world on Will Smith. Versus turn the other cheek. Jesus preaching turn the other cheek, which ties in with Judas because Judas kissed him on the cheek the night of the Last Supper before he betrayed Jesus. And then Mufasa, he's a lion. Also, man, so many layers to this. We need to go to Bible school for this one. Talking about 12 tribes of Israel. Symbol of the lion, Daniel in the lion's den. But roots in that, Mufasa to lion to the 12 tribes.
Judah, I'm Mufasa. Never turn the other cheek,
Layers to this. I love it.
you'll die at the
It creeps up on you. Like I said, it's the way that they position these. Like on the surface, it looks like, yeah, it's a dope punchline. But then you start thinking about how it was set up with the line before and then the line afterwards. And then you start going, oh, holy shit. Oh, there's more layers to this. And that's just what Clipse does.
From the tribe of Judah, I'm Mufasa. Never turn the other cheek, you'll die at the Oscars. Persona non grata, mi casa su casa.
I love how he flips that, right? Persona non grata. going out of Italian into mi casa, su casa, and into Spanish, right? He's worldwide. He's international with it. But if he's persona non grata, he's not welcome. And then he's going, my house is your house, always welcome around here. Hey, he's kicking his feet up, man. He doesn't care if he's an intruder.
Drugs killed my team spirit. Welcome to Nirvana.
That's a dope bar. Drugs kill my team spirit. Welcome to Nirvana. Rest in peace to Kurt Cobain, who died. Hang on. Come back to me. Kurt Cobain, right? He was high when he committed suicide and killed himself. Drugs killed my teen spirit. Nirvana ties in with reaching to Nirvana. Welcome to my spiritual enlightenment, tying back to the Gandhi bars, Akasha, and all that. See again how he takes that concept and uses that again for this punchline later on. But then, obviously, the band Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit, their song, Drugs Killed My Teen Spirit. And then because I started dealing drugs when I was 18, that killed that sort of innocence in childhood.
You was Fuji Lala. How was Alibaba? Dressed
Fuji Lala, right? Shout out to the Fujis again. Tying back in with his brother. I was Alibaba. What you want? Any product you choose, I got you. Discounted shipping. Get it
to
involved.
Nirvana. You was Fuji Lala. How was Alibaba? Dressed in House of Gucci, made from selling Lady Gaga.
Too many bars, man. House of Gucci. Lady Gaga was in House of Gucci. I'm wearing Gucci right now. Selling that Lady Gaga, selling that white girl, selling that cocaine.
How was Alibaba? Dressed in House of Gucci, made from selling Lady Gaga. Hakuna
Rappers try. Rappers try. Can't sniff around Malice, man.
Matata. Island wearing tie-dye. Umbrella in my rolls. Match the one that's in this my tie.
Bar.
Listen, you are not I.
Even though Kuna Matata tied back in with the Lion King bars and the piece.
Umbrella in my rolls. Match
Mufasa.
the one that's in this my tie. Listen, you.
Umbrella in my Mai Tai versus the umbrellas that you get when you get those very luxurious Rolls Royces. Again, just illustrations of
You are
elegance.
not I. Cross T's, dot I's. I done disappeared and reappeared without a voila. Ballerinas.
Cross T's, dot I's. You gonna dot I's? We gonna put that red dot on you. We gonna dot your I if you cross push a T. Versus cross your T's and dot your I's. Pay attention to the details.
Doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe. Shopping sprees in Soho. You had to see it. Strippers shaking ass and watching the dough blow. Ace trumpets and rose mo's.
Watching the door blow. Like we broke the door versus snow globe doing blow. Yeah.
This is
How I'm doing? All things considered, let's be specific. My mama cheek, I miss it. I wanna kiss it. Nige asking for siblings, I know he meant it. V miscarry, we hit it. I'm glad he missed it. 100,000 a maybe, you stick with it. Pre-order the strollers, our face in it. I pays for my stalk with the baby in it. If the sky's not your limit, you'll never get it.
Man.
Turn nigga statistics, I'm so
Wow. Never thought I would hear such a raw line admitting to going through a miscarriage and just what that's like. And again, Clipse is going to get me. Clipse is not going to let me get through this album. But to take a miscarriage line and then to somehow turn it into a flex still because of what you're spending on a maybe each time and the sky being the limit and it's worth it because you're trying to touch the sky, touch heaven essentially by creating this miracle. And, you know, the maybes of going through IVF treatment and all that. And as someone who has gone through that process of having a miscarriage and losing a child that you think that you're going to have, and I've spoken about this before on songs, and it's just, I can't, it's still hard for me to put it into words and to formulate that. So credit to Pusha, man, just for the raw honesty yet again, and just like, this is the beauty of art, just the genuineness of it all, and just breaking apart the filters and just putting it out there into the world.
Nige asking for siblings, I know he meant it. V miscarry, we hit it. I'm glad he missed it. 100,000 a maybe, you stick with it.
That's crazy.
Pre-order the strollers, our face in it. I pays for my stork with the baby in it.
Obviously, you know, the stork carried the baby. When the child asks, you know, where do babies come from? And the answer is, oh yeah, the stork brings the baby. But we all know where babies come from. But he's saying, I pay for the stork with a baby in it. You know, that's a flip and a half right there, because he talks about Nige, his son wanting a sibling, and then going through all that process, and then buying the strollers and getting ready for it and not having it happen.
Order the strollers, our face in it. I pays for my stork with the baby in it. If the sky's not your limit, you'll never get it.
Turn niggas statistics. I'm so sadistic, so religious. That's so malicious. No division, still snow magicians. Blitzing niggas for riches like fourth and inches. Pay attention and listen, the snakes hissing. Niggas is writing statements and say they didn't. Dream of taking you down, the hate hidden. Wanna show you around, but they Jay Princeton.
Richards replace on the
No sticks, I'm so sadistic.
Turn them statistics. I'm so sadistic, right? Turn it to a body count. Turn it to a sadistic, right? So it's crazy to me how it just like turns. It's like heads and tails, like just flipping the coin. Heads, you get the emotional, the raw Pusha T, giving you the honesty about a miscarriage, and then tails, flip it back to the devil in him, into this side, the cold-hearted drug dealer that he is, right?
So religious, that's so malicious.
So religious, that's so malicious. Nod to Malice, malicious, but he's flipping the religion because Malice did turn to religion, took a break.
Statistics, I'm so sadistic, so religious, that's so malicious. No division, still snow magicians. Blitzing niggas for riches like fourth and inches. Pay attention and listen, the snakes hissing. Niggas is writing statements and say they didn't.
The snake's hissing. Take that as a double two. Like these snakes in the grass, these snakes that want to come for me, but also like the symbolic snake being Satan and the devil hissing, like tempting in the Garden of Eden from the forbidden fruit, Adam and Eve.
Still snow magicians, blitzing niggas for riches like fourth and inches. Pay attention and listen, the snakes hissing. Niggas is writing statements and say they didn't. Dream of taking.
Writing statements and say they didn't, right? Witness statements. They're snitching, but they're saying that they did it.
The snakes hissing.
Please being cop.
Niggas is writing statements and say they didn't. Dream of taking you down, the hate hidden. Wanna show you around, but they Jay Princeton.
Want to show you around, want to take you down, but they Jay Princeton. That's interesting to me because you think about Jay Prince, right? And we go back to the story of Adidon days, right? Drake didn't respond. Drake took ownership of Adonis, right? One of the reasons it's still one of the greatest diss tracks is because it took an artist who was on top of the world previously, you know, talking about how he could be at battles, how he loves battle rap, and it silenced him. It really silenced him. But as the tale goes, is that Drake did have something in the chamber. And Jay Prince intervened. And he intervened on behalf of Drake and Kanye because apparently the diss that Drake had was nuclear. And it would have ended Kanye's career, which is crazy considering how Kanye's basically tried to take himself and made him uncancelable by just saying all the most cancelable statements and offenses in recent years. But also Pusha T was in the scope there. And apparently it was going to hurt Pusha T. It was just going to crush Kanye. It was so personal. It wasn't about the battle. And Jay Prince convinced Drake to holster it, to put it away. And that's as the story goes. Now, some people have gone and said he didn't really have a diss that's just kind of used as a PR stunt to make Drake look better. But right here, Pusha is using that and flipping it in this way. Like it's being used for suppression. Want to take you down, but they Jay Princeton. Drake wanted to take it down, but they Jay Princeton intervene, stopping you from doing this, suppressing you in a sense. Wild bar from Pusha, especially knowing the history. Story of Adidon, Drake, and Pusha T and all that.
Hissing. Niggas is writing statements and say they didn't. Dream of taking you down, the hate hidden.
This just this super, just spacey, almost melodic, entrancing vocal, just like very reverberated in the mix and atmospheric.
Wanna show you around, but they Jay Princeton.
Richards replace on the Pashas. Dior slides made of iguana. Stuff the walls for tomorrow. Fuck, I look like trying to borrow. Blow a budget. Like fuck it. We gon' tuck it till it all falls down. When this chess game is played smarter. Swear this life is so awesome.
All right, we get a Pharrell hook.
All things considered, I've been forgiven. How to pack the blizzard in Honda Civics. Took fatherless women and showed them living. Left mama the children, it take a village. Writings was on the wall like hieroglyphics. My circle split up the pie, that's long division. When Jada was asking why, I saw the vision. My homies that didn't die was all in prison. Visits behind the glass, my mirror image. Skin is blemished. Names were mentioned, explains the sentence. The pain is endless. Identifying the body, it takes forensics. Guns, Czechoslovakia, it starts and ends it. The only sin left is to flirt with vengeance. Made my exit just to make my entrance. Revolving door, maybe I can make a difference.
Richards replace all the Pashas.
And obviously Pharrell's line, Richards replace all the Poshas. That's another just typical luxury flex that Clipse will give you on songs. In this case, Pharrell doing it. But he knows the assignment, right? Because Poshas are luxurious in their own right in terms of watches. But then you're talking about levels. Like there's like B tier Pasha, and then there's like A tier Richard Milles and like $1 million watches that Richard gives you. Anyways, let's break down another just tightly packed verse from Malice.
All things considered.
Swear this life is so awesome.
All things considered, I've been forgiven. How to pack the blizzard in Honda Civic.
The blizzard, the snow, the cocaine.
Took fatherless women and showed them living. Left mama the children, it take a village.
Took fatherless women, right? Women with daddy issues. But what does he do? He left mama the children. So that's a very devil-may-care type of attitude, right? That's just the unapologetic malice that you're getting there. Because then he's leaving mama with the children. So they were fatherless, and now he's hooking up with them and leaving their kids without a father in that sense. But I take it also as like a sexual scheme. It can be like leaving your kids, honor, right? And then you know the saying, it takes a village to raise children. So that's why I left my kids with mama, because it takes a village. It takes more people, because I got to move out here. I'm still working. I still got to go earn. I still got to do what I do.
Fatherless women and showed them living. Left mama the children, it take a village. Writings was on the wall like hieroglyphics.
Nice.
My circle split up the pie, that's long division.
I love that. You talk about pi, circumference and diameter, split up the pie. My inner circle of people versus pi obviously is long division, never ending number for a circle. So my circle split up the pie, pi, mathematical pi, versus like splitting up the pie. We're all getting our share of the pie and how we split this and the money that we make.
When Jada was asking why, I saw the vision.
And even that, he's talking about Jadakiss. He's talking about Jadakiss in his song, Why. And basically, that song was just why, asking why to everything that was relevant, that was popping at the time. Why within hip hop, why within the streets, why with things that Jadakiss saw. Still one of my favorite Jadakiss songs, and that really like blew up. Like that had huge radio play at the time.
Split up the pie, that's long division. When Jada was asking why, I saw the vision. My homies that didn't die was all in prison.
Man.
Visits behind the glass, my mirror image.
Visits behind the glass, my mirror image. Glass on a mirror, my mirror image, because I'm visiting them while they're in prison. I see them in prison, and I feel like that's me there. Man, that flip.
Didn't die, was all in prison. Visits behind the glass, my mirror image. Skin is blemished, names were mentioned. Explains the sentence.
Names were mentioned, explains the sentence. Interesting. There's another theme of snitching, right? Names were mentioned. That's why the sentence, that's why they got off early.
Skin is blemished, names were mentioned. Explains the sentence. The pain is endless, identifying the body.
And they have an old affiliate, right, who went away on drug charges, but then he copped a deal. And the only reason you cop a deal and get a shortened sentence is because you mentioned some names.
Mentioned, explains the sentence. The pain is endless, identifying the body. It takes forensics. Guns, Czechoslovakia, it starts and ends it. The only
Guns, Czechoslovakian, right? Different Czech-made guns. It starts and ends it. And I'm just wondering if he's playing off like Chekhov's gun, right? And that dilemma within playwriting, within songwriting, within just storytelling, that, you know, if you introduce something, it has to have a purpose. It has to have a meaning. Hemingway was funny because he trolled the shit out of that and kind of laughed in the face of it, as did a lot of other writers. But, you know, in that context, like, for instance, like it starts and ends it. Like you start with a gun and make sure that that gun has a purpose for the end, right? That gun gets fired. Something happens with that gun. Starts and ends it. Smooth flip.
sin left is to flirt with vengeance. Made my egg.
The only sin left is to flirt with vengeance. Wow. Vengeance, wrath, because he's embellished in every other deadly sin.
Starts and ends it. The only sin left is to flirt with vengeance. Made my exit just to make my entrance. Revolving door, maybe I can make a difference.
Made my exit just to make my entrance. Revolving door. He's talking about his career because he left. He made his exit. only to come back around. It's like a revolving door. Maybe I can make a difference within my music, within my mess. There's an L in every lesson.
Richards replace all the Pashas. Dior slides made of iguana. Stuff the walls for tomorrow. Fuck, I look like trying to borrow, blow a budget. Like fuck it, we gon' tuck it till it all falls down.
It's a crazy bump, 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 bump. Just this bouncy synth. And I feel like he played it on the piano, then he fed it into the synth and then ran it that way.
Like fuck it, we gon' tuck it till it all falls down. When this chess game is played smarter, swear this life is so awesome.
Life and death are simple formalities, ain't no way around it. You can poison the world in technicalities, ain't no way around it. It's genocide when pawns feed the headlines. The kingdom of truth can never outlive a lie. They'll come for your king,
Getting philosophical here.
but the throne survives. Unleash the queen, take them dead or alive. Pyro, Pyrex, Icy, Iris, violins of violence. Either way, it was worth the suspense.
Violence of violence. I love the poetry of that. Even pyro, pyrex, that matches like letting the world burn, being a pyro. And you're kind of burning in a different way, right? What you're cooking, pyrex. Because what are you putting in that pyrex, right? Turning the cocaine into crack in the pyrex dish.
Icy, Iris, violins of violence. Either way, it was worth the suspense. I've considered all things.
Wow, what a chilling ending. Oh, I enjoyed that one.
Questions, we contesting. Fireworks will send a message. Iridescent, slow them down like Robitussin. If you rush in, at your door when we address them, we gon' bless them. Tried to bring them, shoulda left them. Learn my lesson. Poker faces keep them guessing. No expression. Ice dressing on my chest and leave impression. What's a testarossa if you don't test them? Ain't your bitch unless you joystick and dress them.
I was wondering when the drop was coming in. Pharrell was like teasing it because he's hot. Just had that little sample cut underneath, just letting you know something is here, something's coming. Just wait.
Testarossa if you don't test them. Ain't your bitch unless you joystick and dress them. My presence, your pleasure. Peasants, he's pressure. Been knee deep, key deep. We in ZZ's, me and Lee. Get you fronted for the summer so easy. The snow alone, fill up a mobile home. My nigga's name ring like mobile phones and no one's home. White back-to-back rows at my gates. White slave master souls in my safe. White python Manolo is the taste. She want a Mike Tyson blow to the face. Twist and turn, these guns blitz and burn. Too many flip and turn, had to get rich to learn. The Bezos of the nasal, that's case closed. Got a team full of J-Bows on they toes. Niggas measly, cheap as Riesling, believe me. I could tell cause your bitches look needy.
Man, we got some bars on this one. Come on now.
No confession.
Come on, Pusha.
Questions, we contesting. Fireworks will send a message.
No confession. Why go into a confessional booth? Right? We're not going to confess for our sins.
No confessions, questions, we contesting. Fireworks will send a message. Iridescent.
Fireworks, violence will send a message. Iridescent. That's the word of the day right there.
Slow them down like Robitussin.
Slow them down like Robitussin. God, I remember Robo Trips, right? You drink like a whole bottle of Robitussin, try to Robo Trip. Versus like slowing it down because it's a depressant, slowing you down. Robitussin, smooth flip right there. And obviously playing back to the fireworks scheme.
If you rush in, at your door when we address them, we gon' bless them. Try to bring
at your door when we address them. Right, we're gonna pull up at your door. We're gonna address all this. Versus obviously your door has an address with it.
If you rush in, at your door when we address them, we gon' bless them. Try to bring them, shoulda left them. Learn my lesson. Poker faces keep them guessing. No expression. Ice dressing on my chest and leave impression. What's a
ice dressing on my chest, leave impression? Obviously you hear just the more condensed pressing, lesson, stressing, the internal condensed rhyme schemes right there. But the ice is leaving an impression because it's so heavy on my chest.
Keep them guessing. No expression. Ice dressing on my
chest. It leaves an impression on you when you see it.
Chessin', leave impression. What's a testarossa if you don't test them? Ain't your bitch unless you joystick and dress them.
I love to drive a Testarossa, man. Come on.
Testarossa if you don't test them. Ain't your bitch unless you joystick and dress them.
Unless you joystick and dress them like it's a game, you can pick her clothes out.
To Testarossa if you don't test them. Ain't your bitch unless you joystick and dress them. My presence, your pleasure. Peasants, he's pressure. I've been knee deep, key deep. We in ZZ's, me and Lee. Get you fronted for the summer so easy. The snow alone, fill up a mobile home.
Like kick in, and then he's keys deep in the keys, kilos of cocaine.
And Lee, get you fronted for the summer so easy. The snow alone, fill up a mobile home. My nigga's name ring like mobile phones and no one's home. The snow alone, fill up a mobile home. Me and Lee, get you fronted for the summer so easy. The snow alone, fill up.
I love that, how it sits, because obviously snow wouldn't happen in summertime. So he's saying it in a different way, like the snow sits alone, but he's fronting you, right? He's fronting you the drugs on credit for the summer. He's letting you go and run them. The snow is a loan. It's a loan out to you, LOAN.
Up a mobile home, my nigga's name ring like mobile phones and no one's home. White back-to-back rolls at my gates. White slave master souls in my safe. White
That's a hot bar right there. White slave master souls in my safe. You think about Franklin's, you think about Jackson's, you think about Washington's. One point or another, they all own slaves. White slave master souls in my safe. I got them dead presidents. Them dollar bills, man.
rolls at my gates. White slave master souls in my safe. White python Manolo is the taste. She want a Mike Tyson blow to the face.
Mike Tyson, blow, punch to the face versus obviously taking blow in that sense. And Mike Tyson also has struggled with blow and coke.
White python Manolo is the taste. She want a Mike Tyson blow to the face. Twist and turn, these guns blitz and burn.
Nice.
Too many flip and turn. Had to get rich to learn. The Bezos of the nasal.
That little just, he's in a slower marinated flow, but that little pocket switch right there, right? Twist and turn, blitz and burn, boo, boo, boo. Twist and turn. So it's a 3-syllable. So he just stacks the 3-syllable scheme on top of each other right here.
She want a Mike Tyson blow to the face. Twist and turn, these guns blitz and burn. Too many flip and turn, had to get rich to learn. The Bezos of the nasal, that's case closed. Got a team full of J-Bows on their toes.
Case closed. Bezos of the navel. Of the nasal. Sorry, he's Amazon Prime delivery. You can get that next day. You can get that next day line if you want it. That's crazy.
Of the
And then case closed because how many cases has Amazon closed they've paid off that they've skated through, being one of the biggest multinationals, more powerful than governments, man.
This case closed. Got a team full of J-Bows on their toes.
J-Bo from Black Mafia family. Shout out Lieutenant. Got a team full of ride or dies here, right?
Niggas measly, cheap as Riesling, believe me. I could tell.
Cheap as Riesling. Come on. Come on. Y'all cheap, man. Y'all ain't drinking that shit wine around here.
On their toes.
Another luxury flex.
Niggas measly, cheap as Riesling, believe me. I could tell cause your bitches look needy. She want Mike Tyson, blow to the face. Slalom height, she want snow on a plate. Half price when the blows in the crates means more ice for the moles and the ace. Made $1 million off a flow to the
You said Mo's in the ace? Man, I tell you what, Ace of Spades better be paying them. We had Ace Trumpets. They're getting more Ace of Spades champagne references. Come on. They want that sponsorship.
For the moles and the ace. Made $1 million off a flow to the nays.
Hey.
Niggas saying that it won't just the face.
Flow to the nays, nasal flow versus their flow that you're giving you because they give you these drug raps.
Million off a flow to the nays. Niggas saying that it won't just the face. 911 turbo with the glaze. Top dollars poking holes in the case. All you keyboard killers in your feelings. Mad you ain't trending. Mad got you tricking on your women. Mad I don't hit them, I just spin them. Gunning and I'm grinning. In the Bugatti in my denim. This is the result of my vision. React with precision. But God only knows my intention. But selling dope is a religion. The hammer's in position. I can show niggas the difference. You niggas is screenwriters, we dream writers. Took chains and touched change like King Midas. Imitation is flattery, they seem like us. But only 300 bricks can make you Leonidas. My old plug asked the new plug to reunite us. D-class in my ears, now let me see you bite it. She want Mike Tyson blow to the face. I'm talking 96 hole with the bass. She want Mike Tyson blow to the face.
We had Mike Tyson flip. I was wondering if we are going to get an Evander Holyfield, like tearing off ears bars, and we got it there for Malice.
Flow to the nays, please. Ain't trending. Dollars poking holes in the case. All you keyboard killers in your feelings. Mad you ain't trending.
Keyboard killers, come on.
Mad got you tricking on your women. Mad I don't hit them, I just spin them. Gunning.
Got you tricking on your women, right? I got you spending all this. You sitting in mom's basement, just throwing the money out there. I just spend them. Come on.
Trending, mad got you tricking on your women. Mad I don't hit them, I just spin them. Gunning and I'm grinning. In the Bugatti in my denim. This is the result of my vision. React with precision. But God only knows my intention. But selling.
React with precision. I think if there's one word I would use to describe Clipse, it's precision. And it's funny that Pusha T had a bar to start this whole album talking about precision, but he used that to talk about his mom and her checking boxes and planning. And for me, it's that precision. Every word is like handcrafted, you know? It's precisely chosen for a reason.
Gunning and I'm grinning. In the Bugatti in my denim. This is the result of my vision. React with precision.
Blue Gotti in his denim. He's wearing a denim suit. Blue for Blue Gotti. He's matching his whip, his luxurious whip.
In the Bugatti in my denim. This is the result of my vision. React with precision. But God only knows my intention. But selling dope is a religion.
God knows my intention, but selling dope is a religion. I mean, that's almost blasphemous in a sense, right? That's a paradox and a half right there for a bar.
Precision, but God only knows my intention. But selling dope is a religion. The hammer's in position. I can show niggas the difference. You niggas is screenwriters, we dream writers.
You screenwriters, we dream writers, right? You're just making it up. You're just creating it. Versus literally, you just write on the screen. Whereas we are dream writers. We're selling you these dreams.
And show niggas the difference. You niggas is screenwriters, we dream writers. Took chains and touched change like King Midas.
Because we fulfilled our dream. And we touched chains like King Midas, turned them to gold. And you could take it as chains, like these chains, versus like slavery chains and rising above it all and turning it to gold.
The screenwriters, we dream writers. Took chains and touched change like King Midas. Imitation is flattery, they seem like us.
Imitation is flattery, they seem like us. I like that bar. They biting, right? Then he leans into the Mike Tyson biting bar in a little bit.
But only 300 bricks can make you Leonidas.
300 bricks, Leonidas, Sparta. Leonidas Gerard Butler, who played Leonidas, the king of Sparta, in 300, held against hundreds of thousands of Persians, right? 300 bricks of cocaine. That's a smooth 300 movie flip and shout out right there.
Imitation is flattery, they seem like us. But only 300 bricks can make you Leonidas. My old plug asked the new plug to reunite us. D-class in my...
Could make you Leonidas because it makes you feel like you're a warrior, but in the end, he died too, didn't he?
Can make you Leonidas. My old plug asked the new plug to reunite us.
Old plug asked the new plug to reunite us. Is that Clipse coming back together? And you talk about like the drug dealing schemes and having a plug. But for me, the old plug, maybe like Pusha asking God to reunite us.
D-class in my ears, now let me see you bite it. She want Mike Tyson.
D-class in my ears. These earrings that I'm rocking, right? D-class jewelry. See you bite it. You trying to copy off of me? Try to bite this because I know you can't afford it. And then he flips it into Mike Tyson biting Evander Holyfield.
Plug to reunite us. D-class in my ears, now let me see you bite it. She want Mike Tyson blow to the face. I'm talking.
And then he flips it back into the blow, Mike Tyson blow in that sense.
96 Hove with the bass.
Oh, I missed that. 96 Hove with the bass. We talk about Reasonable Doubt Hove days. One of the greatest Jay-Z albums of all time. And that came through with the bass. But that also came through with Hove being a hustler as well, giving you the drug dealing schemes.
Mike Tyson, blow to the face.
H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy.
Slalom heights, you want snow on a plate. Half price when the blows and the crates means more ice for the moles and the ace. Made a million blows and the crates means slalom heights, you want snow on a plate. Half price when the blows and the crates means more ice for the moles and the ace. Made a million off a flow to the nays. Niggas saying that it won't just the phase. 911 turbo with the glaze. Top dollars poking holes in the case.
Top dollars poking holes in the case. I got the best lawyers to poke holes in your cases versus the dollars are leaking out of it. I'll tell you what, man, that was just smooth, composed, braggadocious with just that cold, calculated attitude that Clipse gives you.
I mean, the ears like vitamin C. I mean, yellow like bright as a bee. I mean, the sun like bright as can be. F80 not you tied to me. Just to get from A to B and I ain't driving to C. The pad later I.
What was the Pusha T bar that we broke down? Yellow, same color as PP, right? I mean, the ears like vitamin C. Yellow, bright as a bee. Come on. We got the booger chains on.
F80 not you tied to me. Just to get from bright as a bee. I mean, the sun like bright as can be. F80 not you tied to me. Just
F80 not you tie it to me. A knot tie it to me. versus it's N-O-T, it is not you. Tie it with me because you can't afford this.
To get from A to B and ain't driving to see the pad lay the Eiffel Army won't turn the parades off. God bless takeoff. I said I want the Rolls Royce with the drapes off. And it ain't electric, so it's way off.
Send it back, send it for the
Want the Rolls Royce with the drapes off, it ain't electric, so it's way off, right? It's way off what you think versus like that roof, that bitch is way off. We don't want the drapes on this. We ain't hiding it. We showing it off right now. And then rest in peace to Takeoff as well, man.
Rolls Royce with the drapes off. And it ain't electric,
Versus he's taking off.
so it's way off.
send it back, send it for the Gordo pies. Picked up the Toro and drive straight up the 405. The way that the board is designed, I'm feeling like the Lord of the Skies. Arms like 245. Hit
245, borders design, up to 45. Come on, man. The rhyme schemes are smooth again.
board is designed, I'm feeling like the Lord of the Skies. Arms like 245. Hit him, make sure that he dies. The text won't never reply. The feds came and collected my guys. The rain pours and I'm hearing their cries. Went from heaters up to fevers up. Bitches in the back, the seat is
Oh, all right. We're going to play hot potato with this mic pretty quickly. But he had a smooth Lord of the Skies bar right there. Armando Carrillo Fuentes. Wasn't it? Did I get that right? Carrillo Fuentes? Yeah. Anyways, the Mexican drug lord, right? Who very quietly came through and rose up. But he became the Lord of the Skies because he had all these private jets and private planes that he used to ship his drugs into the States. And as rumor goes, right, he went in for like plastic surgery when the heat was on him and he died from it. But the doctors were found dead. And the police never did a full DNA match of the body. The body was shown. And as the story goes, like he's off somewhere in Chile right now, like living the dream and faked his own death and basically pulled a Machiavelli, right? And he's just off. Lord of the Skies. Drug dealer flip. He's got that drug dealer knowledge, Pusha. He's going to reference that. Come on.
Lord of the Skies. Arms like 245. Hit him, make sure that he dies.
Arms like 2:45. That's crazy too. 2 o'clock, 45, which is quarter to. Hands up. You got your hands up. Arms like 2:45. I'm carrying arms. Make sure that he dies versus hands up 2:45 because you got both arms up. The arms that I'm carrying. Come on.
The text won't never reply. The feds came and collected my guys. The rain pours and I'm hearing their cries. Went from heaters up to fevers up. Bitches in the back, the seat is up. Now I'm 10 times the EBITDA. If you let the money talk, who's speaking up? I'm sleepwalking, y'all don't dream enough.
10 times the EBITDA. Earnings before interest, depreciations, taxes, amortization, right? That's a hell of an accounting bar right there. I'm 10 times the cash flow. I'm 10 times the earnings before all this gets taken away. Look at my net worth. If you want to sell this company, I might as well be incorporated at this point in time.
But if you let the money talk, who's speaking up? I'm sleepwalking, y'all don't dream enough. My third passport, I ain't seen enough.
Man.
If you can breathe up there, it ain't steep enough.
Hey.
The scale don't lie, you ain't even us.
Man.
Sure they want me hit her like an archer, but
The scale don't lie. You ain't even us. You couldn't measure out to us on a scale versus you ain't even this, right? And if you're not if you still can breathe, you ain't high enough. Keep going. High, getting high versus like reaching new heights, reaching new summits because the air thins. The higher you go in terms of altitude, you need to keep climbing up to where there's no air. We're in that rarefied space. Come on.
third passport, I ain't seen enough.
Even that third passport, I ain't seen enough. Why? Because he's filled his passport book so much, he's had to get another passport book with all the traveling that he's done.
If you can breathe up there, it ain't steep enough. The scale don't lie, you ain't even us. Yeah. Sure they want me hit her like an archer, but I'm not that sprint, so I starve her. How we fit 30 studs in the collar. Open the sunroof, wave to my father. Remembering the shipments at the Portsmouth Harbor. Something for the face numbers and the nodders. Grew up playing real life Contra. Never give up, that's the mantra. Lifting all this weight, now I live behind the gate. Should DJ the way they digging through the crates. You niggas busting bricks on a plate. I need more space to make pace. The rap houses running out of tape. The drug money busting out the safes. Scammers running in and out of chase. Bottle servers running out of ace. Went from heaters up to fevers up.
I'm telling you, they need that A sponsorship right now.
Sure they want me hit her like an archer, but I'm not that sprint, so I starve her. How we fit 30 studs in the collar. Open the sunroof, wave to my father.
That line just hits different. Open the sunroof. Why? Malice saying that to the Father, our Father in heaven, versus literally his Father being up in heaven. That's why the sunroof is open. Man, that's another just like it's that one-liner. It's that one-liner that he just like handcrafts that he's so good at. You're like, I wish I thought of that.
Remembering the shipments at the Portsmouth Harbor. Something for the face numbers and the nodders. Grew up playing real life Contra.
That's crazy.
Never give up, that's the mantra. Lifting all this weight, now I live behind the gate. Should DJ the way they digging through the crates.
DJs back in the day used to go to the record shops, dig through the crates, and try to find different records to sample, man. Digging through those crates versus they're digging through the crates because of what we're shipping in through the harbor and what we're hiding in the crates. Drug dealing schemes.
Lifting all this weight, now I live behind the gate. Should DJ the way they digging through the crates. You niggas busting bricks on a plate. I need more space to make pace. The rap house is running out of tape.
Rap houses running out of tape. Raps that we're giving you tape, leaving it on tape, recording it on tape, versus like literally like wrapping it, packaging it. They're running out of tape because they have so much product to get through.
The drug money busting out the safes. Scammers running in and out of chase. Bottle servers running out of ace. Went from heaters up to fevers up. Bitches in the back, the seat is up. Now I'm 10 times the EBITDA. If you let the money talk, who's speaking up? I'm sleepwalking, y'all don't dream enough.
Wow, they've got like this, obviously, just with the bass, with everything in kind of the foreground, there's just this choir chanting that keeps like catching my eardrums in the back and makes ha, ha, like we're taking them to church. Like this is like the religion of drug dealing and coke rap from Malice and from Pusha, as produced by Pharrell.
Third passport, I ain't seen enough. If you can breathe up there, it ain't steep enough. The scale don't lie, you ain't even us.
Smooth, calculated, precise.
I remember late nights, pissy hallways driving me psycho. The money wouldn't come fast enough. We was back and forth down streamline, moving weight was like lipo.
Hey.
The rest of y'all stuck in the rut. Niggas double cross and talk behind your back. See, that's where the knife go. I guess they wasn't fucking with us. Some niggas get the luck of the draw. For others, life is a dice roll. And waiting on faith ain't for us. When you young, you.
Some get the luck of the draw. For others, it's a dice roll. It's a gamble, man. Just again, the cold-hearted calculations and just observations of Pusha.
For others, life is a dice roll, and waiting on faith ain't for us. When you young, you realize that you can't trust the mouth where the pipe go. They tried but couldn't love you enough. Dance music on my neck, wish your water bottle, diamonds, the light show, looking like the sun in the club. If you re-ing up with us, then your credit score gotta be FICO. I'm talking 850 a bus. See, you really willpower when you make niggas balance on tight ropes. They know they not much for the blood. Have my man shoot your block, I'ma send his ass far as the flight go. Ain't worry about ducking the judge. Keep frontin' for your bitches, cause any minute repo might show. You know that shit up in the month. Heard your man was in there singing for his life. They was calling a maestro, cause time that heavy can crush. When you pay a nigga back like it's Lil Wayne, whispering die slow. The last words you hear in the trunk. You don't know what I.
Oh, that last bar right there. Let's break some of this down.
Draw for others, life is I get her back and forth down streamline. Moving weight was like lipo.
Moving weight, you know, when you take weight off, you get it lipo versus they're moving drugs, they're moving that way.
Rest of y'all stuck in the rut. Niggas double crossing.
I love how Pharrell took that vocal cut and really like made that an integral part of the instrumentation. Like that sounds like its own instrument. Just that little vocal sample. It's not saying anything. It's just a sound. It's a sonic register. And then there's moments when he just like adds a little brass and matches some of the brass to that and just like the way that it hits. And then obviously the main undercurrent is just the percussion of this. The way he's running these drum patterns.
Talk behind your back. See, that's what
it's definitely a slower, melodic, heavier hitting type of percussive drum that you can just like suits Pusha T's marinated flow so well.
Knife go. I guess they wasn't fucking with us. Some niggas get the luck of.
Obviously that's where the knife goes. The knife goes in the back because we're getting stabbed in the back. We're getting turned off.
That's where the knife go. I guess they wasn't fucking with us. Some niggas get the luck of the draw. For others, life is a dice roll, and waiting on faith ain't for us. When you young, you realize that you can't.
Lipo, us, dice roll, mud. He's going like A internal, sorry, not internal, but like A external rhymes with the lipo, dice roll, and then B externals as well. So he's kind of like picking in between, and then the B's are more like the us, the mud, all that, those cuts.
Trust the mouth where the pipe go. They tried but couldn't love you enough. Dance music.
enough.
Music on my neck, where's your water bottle? Diamonds, the light show, looking like the sun in the club. If you
Diamonds, the light show, looking like the sun because they're shining. And then he's like, where's your water bottle? Because we got those clear, those water diamonds, that high grade and quality. And then dance music on my neck because the diamonds are dancing. Smooth flips from the light, from the sun shining on it.
Where's your water bottle? Diamonds, the light show, looking like the sun in the club. If you re-ing up with us, then your credit score gotta be FICO. I'm talking 850 a bus.
If you're re-ing up, you want to play the drug game with us? We're going to check that credit score like we're running a bank right now. Like this is our business. We're deciding if we're handing you out that credit. And you better have that FICO of 850 or up, man. That crazy good credit score.
With us, then your credit score gotta be FICO. I'm talking 850 a bus. See, you really willpower when you make niggas balance on tight ropes. They know they not much for the blood.
On tight ropes, much for the blood. See, still, like we're pretty deep in this verse now. And he's still walking that tightrope of having just the AN rhymes and those BN rhymes. The tightrope, mud, blood, bus, us, enough. He keeps tapping in on both, just carrying the scheme all the way through with this measured sequence.
My man shoot your block, I'ma send his ass far as the flight go. Ain't worried about ducking the judge. Keep frontin' for your bitches, cause any minute repo might show. You know that shit up in a month. Heard your man was...
That shit up in a month. Your shit's getting repo, right? Because you can't really afford it. You really just leasing all that out.
Cause any
Again, he's still carrying this crazy rhyme scheme.
minute repo might show. You know that shit up in a month. Heard your man was in there singing for his life. They was calling him maestro. Cause time that heavy can crush. When you
singing for his life, they was calling him maestro. Playing it. He's singing a tune right now because he's snitching. Because he's now all about self-preservation and saving himself.
For his life, they was calling him maestro. Cause time that heavy can crush. When you pay a nigga back like it's Lil Wayne, whisper and die slow. The last words you hear in the trunk.
Whisper and die slow. Like even delivers that, gives you like that whisper in his ear, man. If I hear Pusha in my ear,
Go back like
I'm gonna be haunted.
it's Lil Wayne, whisper and die slow.
But obviously layaway, when you pay something back gradually over time. So in this case, the payback is going to be revenge. He's going to pay you back in a different sense. Die slow. He's giving you that type of layaway.
Last words you hear in the trunk. You don't know what I...
Last words you hear in the trunk where we put the bodies. Come on.
Whisper and die slow. The last words you hear in the trunk.
And it's only fitting. He ends on trunk and he ends on that scheme. So he carried that scheme all the way through the whole verse. That was smooth.
You don't know what I know. You ain't seen what I saw. So strong, you gotta bag it with one eye closed. My shooter turn you.
We just got a Fetty Wap bar right there. He's got one eye. Fetty so strong, you like closing your eye to bag it. Come on.
With a Fetty so strong, you gotta bag it with one eye closed. My shooter turn you inside out. I heard the feds turned the crib inside out. Drop the roof on you niggas, let the inside out. Fresh Prince jacket, boy, I cook them to the inside out. Go get a
Drop the roof on you, right? That's an interesting bar. That's a hell of a bar right there. Because you drop the roof, then all of a sudden the inside is now outside in the whip. Versus taking your roof off, and now all of a sudden we can see inside you. The inside is out. We're going to spill you on this.
Block 27 fits snug. Prince jacket, boy, I cook them to the inside out. Go get a...
Cook them till they inside out? Steve, what you doing? Steve is cooking on this. He's living up to his name. But Fresh Prince jacket with Will Smith, man. I remember that Fresh Prince episode. Will Smith takes the jacket off, you know, with the first days of school, and he flips it, making a fashion statement. And I wish the inside of my jackets were like that. I mean, that was a vibe.
Inside out. Fresh Prince jacket, boy, I cook them to the inside out. Go get a Glock 27.
Hey, this slaps. No Oscar needed.
Fresh Prince jacket, boy, I cook them to the inside out. Go get a Glock 27, fit snug in the waistline. Both sticks came with the drum.
Hey.
I was 5'6", shoulder with a chip. Wish a nigga to take mine. Index yank till it's numb. Used to call me Windex, cause this thing I spray gon' make you change minds. I done seen Hercules run.
Okay.
We was power lifting 2.2s. Nah, we ain't throw gang signs. My brick walk was second to none. I would have them take a number.
Brick walk instead of like a crip walk, because we ain't throwing gang signs. We dealing drugs just to make money, not because we're affiliated.
But like DMV, that was the baseline. Check out or register.
Hang on, DMV? What?
Twos, nah, we ain't throw gang signs. My brick walk was second to none. I would have them take a number like DMV. That was the baseline. Check out on register 1. Miami niggas like Big Perm, cause they numbers was phase on. Cuban showed me nothing but love. When it come down to it, every stringer bell just needs an Avon who won't sweep it under the rug. On the road with a load near the brake line, I knew where to place mine. I don't keep the gun in the glove. Hit the turnpike with the running lights that be on in the daytime. Cause K9 sniff out a crumb.
Man.
Hands 3 and 9 on the wheel as I'm crossing the state line. Dumb diddy dumb. Survival of the fittest.
He's taken Pusha's scheme and he's continued Pusha's scheme all the way through his verse as well.
You either get quitted or FaceTime. I done had an infamous run.
FaceTime, there it is. That side of things, the AN rhymes we talked about, infamous run, the B rhymes, the U sound as well. Come on.
My story gon' hit the first 48, then it's on Dateline. Cause this really shit I done.
You don't know what I.
That was cold.
7 fit snug in the waistline.
Wrap the roof on you niggas, let the inside out. Fresh Prince jacket, boy, I cook them to the inside out.
Go get a Glock 27.
He even cook them there. He's cooking them, right? The drug dealing scheme in addition to the Fresh Prince, that was smooth.
7 fit snug in the waistline. Both sticks came with the drum.
Both sticks came with the drum. He's like the little drummer boy right now, but he's talking about different sticks and different drums, right? Talking about the guns and the clips.
I was 5'6", shoulder with a chip.
Shoulder with a chip. You know the saying, having a chip on your shoulder? Well, I had a chip on my shoulder coming up.
The nigga to take mine. Index yank till it's numb.
Index yank till it's numb. Trigger finger, index finger.
Used to call me Windex, cause this thing I spray gon' make you change minds. I done seen Hercules run. We was
Windex that I seen. You spray Windex and it helps you see clearer. So this gun is helping give sort of like a Jay-Z Black Album moment of clarity type of thing here, except it's not the alcohol, it's a gun this time. That'll make you change minds and flip and maybe take the Windex challenge and you switching over to that Windex.
This thing I spray gon' make
Cause he's spraying Windex, spraying the bottle of Windex versus literally spraying the gun.
you change minds. I done seen Hercules run. We was powerlifting 2.2s now.
Powerlifting 2.2s? No, we ain't talking weights. We talking a different kind of weight that we're powerlifting. You measure it out in those kilos.
Minds. I done seen Hercules run. We was powerlifting 2.
And that still ties in with the Hercules scheme too. Hercules. I wonder if Disney's gonna bring back Hercules. This is a total side note, right? But I saw that they brought back like, cause we took the girls to Disney World and took mom as a celebration for her getting through chemo and all that. And like Hercules, it felt like Disney was trying to make a comeback. Is there a Hercules movie coming out? I don't know why my mind went there as I'm listening to Clipse and their drug raps. But yeah, that happens sometimes in my brain.
Make you change minds. I done seen Hercules run. We was powerlifting 2.2s. Nah, we ain't throw gang signs. My brick walk was second to none. I would have them take a number like DMV.
Take a number like the DMV. Department of Motor Vehicles. You go there, you get a number, you wait in line till you're called, then you go up. Versus, obviously, taking a number, they're flipping numbers. It's all drug dealing schemes still. And then I'll take it even further, because Clipse is from the DMV. The V being Virginia. They're from Va Beach, a part of DC, Maryland, Virginia, which I also rep. Shout out to the DMV.
That was the baseline. Check out on register 1.
Hey.
Miami niggas.
Check out on register 1. Again, it's like we're commodifying. We're just normalizing the drug dealing. It's like we're running a business. Check out on register 1 with it all.
That was the baseline. Check out on register 1.
Hey.
Miami niggas like Big Perm, cause they.
That's a Friday reference, man. Big Perm. Dealing from his ice cream truck, right? Big Worm and Friday.
Cause they numbers was phase on. Cuban
Numbers was phase on. Phase on.
showed me nothing but love. When it.
As he phase on, right? I don't even know if I said that right, but he was I made a movie about him, didn't I? That's another drug dealer bar. And he was big too, like Faison. Didn't he get shot like 9 times, like 50?
Big Perm, cause they numbers was phase on. Cuban showed me nothing but love. When it come down to it, every stringer bell just needs an Avon.
Stringer Bell and Avon. You want to talk about DMV shit? Let's talk about The Wire. Let's talk about Be More, Body More, right? But Stringer Bell, trying to be a politician, and Avon, still running the streets, balancing them out, feels much in the same way as like Pusha and Malice, and their sort of connection and balancing each other out. Even when Malice turned to God, Pusha was still holding it down in the streets, right?
Nothing but love. When it come down to it, every stringer bell just needs an Avon. who won't sweep it under the rug. On the road with a load near the brake line, I knew where to place mine. I don't keep the gun in the glove. Hit the turnpike with the run.
It's not in the glove because I can't get to it quickly.
Running lights that be on in the daytime.
Hit the Jersey Turnpike, man. Lights be on in the daytime. Talking about daytime lights, right? Normally old people drive with daytime lights. Like we're just trying to follow the law here, right?
In the glove, hit the turnpike with the running lights that be on in the daytime. Cause K9 sniff out a crumb. Hands 3 and 9 on the wheel as I'm
K9 sniff out the crumb. Like the drug dogs, they will sniff out a crumb. My hands are 3 and 9. I'm sad like I am not gonna break any laws because I'm driving dirty right now. I'm gonna make sure I don't give the 12 an excuse to pull me over. That's all that is right there.
crossing the state line. Dumb diddy dum.
Dumb diddy dum. Come on, man. Like humming that along to it. Playing dumb because I know what I got crossing state lines.
Survival of the fittest. You either get acquitted or FaceTime.
Hey.
I done had an infamous run. My story gon' hit the first 48. Then it's on Dateline. Cause this really shit I done.
Hit the first 48, right? My story. You talk about the first 48 hours and to find a murderer, to find a killer, when someone's been killed, like, or someone disappears, it's critical the first 48 versus the Dateline series first 48.
Hit the first 48, then it's on Dateline. Cause this really shit I done.
You don't know what I know. You ain't seen what I saw, no.
That was cold.
Oh, you ain't been where I go. With a fetty so strong, you gotta bag it with one eye closed. My shooter turn you inside out. I heard the feds turned the crib inside out. Drop the roof on you niggas, let the inside out. Fresh Prince jacket, boy, I cook them to the inside out.
I think sometimes too, like if you carry the exact same rhyme scheme all the way through, that makes you sit in a certain flow pattern because you want to continue that variation of the scheme. And like it can get tiring. And that's why we tend to come out of rhyme schemes and like flip it. Or maybe you'll just use it for a verse. But Clipse used it for the whole 2 verses. I didn't get tired of it. And I think it helps too because you have a little bit of addiction, a tonal change between the 2 brothers. But I love how they just like really complemented each other with that rhyme scheme. And then you got the bars on top of that.
When we are together, we got power. We have shifted from having a seizure about what the man got to season what we need. Burn, baby, burn.
Catch me in the kitchen where the dope is. With the
That was Jesse Jackson, wasn't it?
About what the man got to season
Very black activist and black power right there.
what we need.
Burn, baby, burn. Talking about the LA riots, right? Back then? Yeah.
Burn, baby, burn.
Yeah.
catch me in the kitchen where the dope is. With an apron, it's white.
Oh, but he flips Bird Baby Bird into Catch Me in the Kitchen because he's cooking something different. No.
Burn, baby, burn.
Catch me in the kitchen where the dope is. With an apron, it's whiter than the post is. Spread distribution wide open. Now all the smokers call him Moses. Hair on browner than baby roaches. Got your bitch bent over like scoliosis. Watching Tiafo with the open. That's the only back and forth that I'm hosting. We really netted what we grossing. By the way, I'm writing this on the ocean.
Who the fuck does that? I mean, who does that? This is what Clipse does, though. It feels so right. How many rappers will take watching a tennis match, but they flip it in to Francis Tiafo, who I love because he's from PG County. Again, shout to the DMV, man. Gotta show love to that all day. But watching Tiafo at the Open while I'm just chilling, it just gives you just a different illustration of where they are at, man. Smooth.
Watching Tiafo.
Always creative. You never know just what turn you're gonna take with Clipse, man.
With the open. That's the only back and forth that I'm
back and forth and then net what I'm grossing. That's crazy.
We really netted what we grossing. By the way, I'm writing this on the ocean.
Hey.
By the way, the stinker's really frozen. By the way, the sinker's being loaded. Cause by the way, the stinker's really chosen. Head haloing, seated in a late foreign. Name a bitch you ain't going. Two-tone with the Royce rolling. Just a glimpse what the boy holding. Knocking over all you toy soldiers. 1+4 acres, no neighbors. I remember the days of no cable. Colombian stallions in the stable. With natural titties and no navels. Only work getting done is on the table.
What, we racing horses? We racing Colombian females?
Natural titties and no navels.
Oh, damn.
Only work getting done is on the table. Death to skimmers and shavers. I'm allergic to anything other than money behavior. Inglorious, victorious, wide body B.I.G. like notorious. Tell me, is we trafficking or tricking? Somebody gotta show me the difference. Stand on every word whenever.
I'll tell you what, man. We gotta break this down. He's crazy for this one.
Whiter than the post is.
Some of these lines are like, really?
Catch me in the kitchen where the dope is. With an apron, it's whiter than the post is.
Whiter than the Pope's is? He's making the Pope's apron look dirty. I mean, that's, you know, you think about white and cleanliness and like absolving from sin. And yet he's doing something he knows is illegal. He knows is full of sin. And yet his apron is whiter than the Pope's. You see the way that he positions that contrary to a religious reference?
Spread distribution wide open. Now all the smokers call him Moses.
Spread distribution wide open like Moses parting the sea. Uses another religious reference as a drug dealing flip.
Hair on browner than baby roaches. Got your bitch bent over like scoliosis.
Bent over like scoliosis because you naturally bend over if you have scoliosis, but he's bending her over in a different way.
Watching Tiafa with the open. That's the only back and forth that I'm hosting.
Like tennis, you ever seen a tennis match live? Like your head just goes woof, 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 back and forth, and that's it. That's the only way I'm posting a back and forth, by watching that. I'm not gonna sit here and go online and post back and forth and get into arguments.
We really netted what we grossing.
Netted what we grossing. You don't normally net what you gross because there's this thing called taxes that you have to pay. But when you're drug dealing and it's a cash business, yeah, you can net what you gross.
That's the
versus Tiafo, tennis, at the net, it's gross.
Only back and forth that I'm posting. We really netted what we grossing. By the way, I'm writing this on the ocean. By the way, this anchor's really frozen.
Ocean, anchor's really frozen. He's got like an anchor, I take it as, that he's got on his chain that's frozen, diamond,
by the way,
versus being on a ship.
The sinker's being loaded.
And then he leans into the sinkers being loaded. Why am I on an ocean? Because we're working on our distribution on boats right now.
Cause by the way, the thinker's really chosen. Head halo.
Thinker's really chosen. Wasn't the like Socrates and Plato thinking is going on right there. Philosophize and drug deal, man. That's what Clipse gives you.
It's being loaded. Cause by the way, the thinker's really chosen. Head haloing. Seated in a late foreign. Name a bitch who ain't going. Two-tone with the Royce rolling. Just a glimpse what the boy holding. Knocking over all you toy soldiers. 1 + 4 acres, no neighbors. I remember the days of no cable. Colombian stallions in the stable. With natural titties and no navels. Only work getting done is on the table.
They're not getting any work because they're naturally beautiful, right? I like my girls all natural. Only work we're doing is back to the dealing.
Death to skimmers and shavers. I'm allergic to anything other than money, but
death to skimmers and shavers. They're natural. And you take it as like natural hair. They're not even shaving or skimming anything. Skimming that body fat. Versus death to skimmers and shavers. Because those who were skimming from them, those who were shaving money off the top from them, that's a smooth flip.
On the table. Death to skimmers and shavers. I'm allergic to anything other than money behavior. Inglorious, victorious, wide body B.I.G. like no.
So glorious, victorious. Take what we want, we know warriors. A new beginning. That's Joel Santana, man. That's Dipset. That's Second Coming.
Funny behavior.
Was that a Nike commercial too with like LeBron and Joel's? I remember that track, man. I like that Joel's album.
Inglorious, victorious, wide body B.I.G. like notorious.
We take what we want, we know warriors. Yeah, it's got that same balance.
Inglorious, victorious, wide body B.I.G. like notorious.
Wide body, Whips wide body, B.I.G. Because Notorious B.I.G. rest in peace. He had a wide body. He was big. Notorious B.I.G. versus being a big, large person.
Tell me, is we trafficking or tricking? Somebody gotta show me the difference. Stand on every word whenever I wrote shit. Under my boots, nigga, nothing but goat shit. I was fine getting rich under their noses. Today a nigga celebrate to you and post it. Saltwater tears, cooked with sodium, McLaren hypercar. No petroleum back then. He'd work under linoleum, that thinking. Got me standing on this podium. Chop the roof off, nigga, this coupe talk. A Virginia nigga driving to New York.
This is culturally inappropriate.
My tents was too dark. The money's in a trailer car. Fuck what you thought.
Been playing in the snow like Bruce.
Oh, come on, man. Let's go.
Everywhere, whenever I wrote shit. Under my boots, nigga, nothing but goat shit. I was fine getting rich under their noses. Today,
fine getting rich under their noses. Why? Because they're sniffing his product under their noses. Versus when you do things under someone's nose, like they don't call you out for it. I was fine moving shit kinda in the shadows. That's a smooth flip.
Niggas celebrate tea and post it. Saltwater tears, cooked with sodium, I'm clearing hypercar. No petroleum back then. Head work under linoleum, that thinking got me standing on this podium.
Got me standing on this podium like that thinking. Like, here I am standing on this soapbox, knowing all the sins that I've committed. Yeah, I lean into it. I appreciate that irony.
Back then, head work under linoleum.
But it's also that experience I can talk to you about.
That thinking got me standing on this podium. Chop the roof off, nigga, this coupe talk.
Chop the roof off, this coupe talk, right? That's just a different layer, man. Another just great Malice bar.
A Virginia nigga driving to New York.
This is culturally inappropriate.
My tents was too dark. The money's in a trailer car. Fuck what you thought.
Been playing in the snow like Rudolph in a two-door roof.
Ab, we got Ab, man. Shout out to Philly. Hey, re-up gang returns. If you know, you know.
Fuck what you thought.
Been playing in the snow like Rudolph in a two-door roof, helping me cool off. Chains on me like Slick Rick the ruler. Seats white, but the six blacker than Umar. Niggas trying to stop my play, Parisian nights. Private rooms at Bar du Pray, the season's right. Vuitton hug my arms, scribbled in red. Blood diamonds flood my charm.
This is culturally
The
inappropriate.
chauffeurs are made.
That is culturally inappropriate.
Flights are chartered, the villas in the hills are paved. Blood spilled, ring finger names engraved. Shirts with silk, the yacht light flags are waved. Inglorious, victorious.
Man.
And in the snow like Rudolph in a two.
Playing in the snow like Rudolph, obviously. Snow, ho, ho, ho. It's Christmas right now.
Roof helping me cool off. Chains on me like
Two-door help me cool off. Take the roof off, and that helps you cool down in a different sense. This luxurious car is helping me when it gets hot, when all the heat comes through.
and in the snow like Rudolph in a two-door roof helping me cool off. Chains on me like slip.
Sometimes it's not what's said, it's what's not said there. Why is he cooling off? Because he's got heat on him, right? Heat from cooking up.
In the snow like Rudolph in a two-door roof helping me cool off.
And it ties in with the snow and the Rudolph scheme.
Chains on me like Slick Rick the ruler.
Slick Rick, man. Slick Rick the ruler. Gotta pay homage to an OG, but he used to rock just crazy chains, Slick Rick, man.
In a two-door roof
What I mean used to. Slick Rick is still dropping, giving us music.
helping me cool off. Chains on me like Slick Rick the ruler. Seats white but the six blacker than Umar.
Blacker than Dr. Umar. I've done some videos on him, right? Blacker than Umar. He will appreciate that. He is very, very pro-black, and sometimes to the extreme of I feel like he definitely hates white people or he doesn't want us involved in anything. But yeah, Dr. Umar on the inside black. Come on.
Chains on me like Slick Rick the ruler. Seats white but the six blacker than Umar.
Ooh, white to six black. Come on. That's racist.
Niggas trying to stop my play, Parisian nights. Private rooms at Bar du Pray, the season's right. Vuitton hug my arm, play Parisian nights. White but the six blacker than Umar. Niggas trying to stop my play,
Stop my play, Parisian nights.
nights. Private rooms at Bar du Pray, the
Bar du Pray. Back to that.
right.
Season's right. So you know how we talked about before on the last track? The sort of like A to B's, and ping-ponging between the rhyme schemes? That's what happens to when
Vuitton hug my arm, scribbled in red. Blood diamonds flood my charm.
blood diamonds from a conflict zone like Sierra Leone. Those types of blood diamonds, like it's the devil may care attitude. Yeah, most people don't want to buy blood diamonds, right? They try to stay away from that. I don't care, because where I'm from is also a conflict zone. You see again, it's just, and then you have the perfect ad-lib timing of this is culturally inappropriate.
Season's right. Vuitton hug my arm, scribbled in red. Blood diamonds flood my charm.
This is culturally
The
inappropriate.
chauffeurs are made, flights are chartered, the villas in the hills are paved. Blood spilled, ring finger names engraved. Shirts with silk, the yacht light flags are waved. Inglorious,
The luxurious illustrations right there, man. Smooth.
victorious.
Very good writing.
Wide body
This is
B.I.G. like
culturally
notorious.
inappropriate.
Tell me is we trafficking a trick and somebody gotta show me the difference. Ha!
The Re-Up Gang is back.
They don't know what it is when I'm on it.
Pharrell taking us back to church again.
But once they figure it out, I don't want it. So far ahead, you niggas will be high.
Ha.
Behind, you can't see it from where you sitting. Shit, but this Ferrari leather with the matching stitching is so far ahead. You niggas are behind.
Swerving through the lane, serving niggas cane, still ain't never hit a pothole. If I was Brittany Griner, I'ma need Obama, only wanna swap his chapo. Furthest from the streets, Monica Denise, good.
I'ma need Obama, only one to swap his chapo. Come on.
Only wanna swap his chapo. Furthest from the streets, Monica Denise, good bitches fuck with Roccos. Put them in them cars, hanging out with stars, now it's hard to tell they not hoes.
Hey.
The co-defendant claim immunity, it was you and he, how'd you not know? Unless he leaving court in a Bentley Sport just to meet you on a yacht though. Understand the art of war, all my niggas draw, so we all Picassos. Me just being me, respect the P&B, I'll probably never eat at Roscoe's. Million ways to live, million ways to die, million stuff in and on told. Million ways to wash it, million ways to stop it. Pray for me cause we not though. Best believe I can whip a Christmas Eve with some work in a hot stove. They done took it all, praying that he fall. No more questions about Gestapo.
They don't know what it is when I'm on.
What in the German secret police Gestapo bars just happened at the end there? Come on, man. He loves this. Pharrell really loves this just like driving synth. That's just like so present continuously in the mix. Like it continues to really like drive an anxiety to the pace. He's used this a lot throughout this album.
Behind.
Obviously, it's a dope little switch up because you have this piano. You got like the church singing, and it's just rising.
Behind.
And then when the verse comes in, it's a total switch up. It's a total just change and really lean into the percussion kicks again.
Swerving through the lane, serving niggas cane, still ain't never hit a pothole. If I was Brittany Griner, I'ma need Obama.
Never hit a pothole. I'm serving cane. That's a really dope bar right there, right? Because he's serving cocaine. He's not serving pot. He's not going to fall into a pothole in that sense. Versus he's driving, serving it, dealing his drugs, won't hit a pothole, won't go over. And then the pothole in this case goes even deeper because of the Brittany Griner bars. Why? Because she got in trouble in Russia for having pot. She got into her own version of a pothole. And then we had to do a prisoner exchange for her.
Ain't never hit a pothole. If I was Brittany Griner, I'ma need Obama. Only wanna swap his chapo.
Only want to swap his chapo. If I was her and they wanted to swap me, they're going to have to get El Chapo, right? One of the most dangerous Mexican cartel members, the Merchant of Death, El Chapo, they going to need as a like for like with me. If I was like in Brittany Griner's shoes, and Obama gonna have to broker that shit.
Oh, if I was Brittany Griner, I'ma need Obama.
That's crazy.
I'ma only wanna swap his chapo. Furthest from the streets, Monica Denise, good bitches fuck with Roccos.
Furthest from the streets, Monica Louise, only fuck with Roccos. Like right there. Da 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 and like really hold out the end. So it's like very staccato up top here on the front end, and he's got that internal E rhyme sounding scheme, and then he holds out the O, Chapo, Rocco, because that O really lets you like hold out that sound and elongate it. I kind of love that because it's a little bit quicker of a delivery from Pusha, so he goes a little bit faster here, more staccato with it, and then towards the very end, that last word, he really elongates it, holds it out, and then he comes back in one more time. Lets the percussion just like kick, boom, da 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 bop, boom.
Put them in them cars, hanging out with stars. Now it's hard to tell they not hoes.
Hey, put them in the cars, hanging out with stars, hanging out with us because we're stars versus they're in the Rolls Royce with the stars on the ceiling. Hard to tell the difference nowadays.
Put them in them, this from the streets, Monica Denise, good bitches fuck with Roccos.
Good bitches. Why? Monica, the R&B singer, she's got kids too. Rocco, the rapper from the streets. So even though she came from middle class, she came from something. She was wealthier. She still wanted the bad boy at the end of the day, right?
Put them in them cars, hanging out with stars. Now it's hard to tell they not hoes. Your co-defendant claim immunity. It was you and he. How'd you not?
Really dope too is how like just to kind of like really make the impact of this bar hit.
They not hoes. Your co-defendant claim them cars, hanging out with stars.
Right there, there's no beat. Just Pharrell, whoo, just running a couple different ad-lib tracks. Like let the space hit, right? Give it space to breathe for a second so Push can deliver his lines.
Now it's hard to tell.
Sorry, I'm saying, yeah.
They not hoes.
Not hoes. And then right there, as he hits it, then the percussion kicks back in and everything, it just accentuates it. It makes that bar hit harder.
Co-defendant claim immunity. It was you and he. How'd you not know? Unless he leave.
Co-defendant claimed immunity. How'd you not know? Why is he taking immunity here? You get immunity if you take a deal, if you snitching again. Continuous theme.
Co-defendant claim immunity. It was you and he. How'd you not know? Unless he leaving court in a Bentley Sport just to meet you on a yacht though. Understand the art of war. All my
Unless you're also in on it too.
Bentley Sport.
That's why you gonna get out of jail free, right? And still have the money and still get away.
Just to meet you on a yacht though. Understand the art of war. All my niggas draw, so we all Picasso's.
Sun Tzu's famous Art of War. Machiavelli also wrote an Art of War. But anyways, drawing on them, pulling the gun versus like drawing like Picasso, smooth flip, always in this Art of War. Get it? Drawing, Art of War, because Picasso making art versus Sun Tzu in the reference Art of War. That's a very nice, just packaged homophone flip.
Me respect the P&B. I probably never eat at Roscoe's.
Respect to P&B. That hits different. P&B was killed at a Roscoe's Chicken, right? So he says respect, but you'll never find me there at a Roscoe's. I'm not gonna get hit in that way. No way would I ever go to a Roscoe's. Period. It just hits different.
Me just being me, respect the P&B. I probably never eat at Roscoe's. Million ways to live, million ways to die, million stuffed in and on told.
Million ways to live, million ways to die. P&B died. Like the way he takes that bar and then leads into his next line, and then the Sun Tzu Art of War as well.
Million ways to live, million ways to die, million stuffed in and on told.
And then he takes a million different ways and flips it into the millions that he's making.
Million ways to live, million ways to die, million stuffed in and on told. Million ways to wash it, million ways to stop it. Pray for me, cause we not though. Best believe I can whip a Christmas Eve with some work in a hot stove.
Whip a Christmas Eve in that snow.
Then took it all, praying that he fall. No more questions about Gestapo.
They don't know what it is when I'm on it. But once they figure it out, I don't want it. So far ahead, you niggas will be behind.
Niggas tried to sneeze at the blessing. How could I just leave was the question. Whistleblowers left me no choice. Ain't no referees up in heaven. No mistaking me for the reverend. Usher in the money, my confession. How you pastor whip a roll.
This is my confession. Come on, Usher.
Me for the reverend. Usher in the money, my confession. How you pastor whip a Rolls Royce. That was me pre 9/11. Look at me post.
Oh, come on, man. Pusha's letting it burn right now. Not Pusha Malice. I'm confused at things. My brain is blowing up with so many bars.
Pastor whip a Rolls Royce. Ooh. That was me pre 9/11. Look at me post Armageddon. Walking with my dog, I am legend. The grass is greener on each side. I done been both Mason Bethers. I done been at both intersections. I done pulled Ocean's 11s. Even when the well ran dry. I done raised quotes in the desert. Tried to hide the dope in the message. Like we did the coke in the Lexus. Same hands I used to whip work. See me turn them both into blessings. AMG the spokes for the extras. Only way to cope with the pressure. When you feel you in too deep, let God take the wheel like a Tesla.
They don't know what it is.
Oh, that was a nasty verse from Malice, man.
Hey, how could I just behind? Niggas tried to sneeze at the blessing.
I like, again, Pharrell's choice just to have this hook. Because, like, he's singing. Then he's got little moments when he, like, speeds through the delivery. So it's almost like a rapper-style delivery. But, like, everything's very softened. And everything sits over here in its own space and place. And then once the verses kick back in, they get darker. And, again, you just have that crazy driving synth. So for me, it's two, like, completely different sonic soundscapes happening within one track. And one softens while one just hits like a heartbeat, hits a little bit differently and has that edge, which is perfect for Clipse's verses, and then softened by Pharrell's singing.
How could I just leave was the question. Whistleblowers left me no choice.
How could I just leave was the question. Whistleblowers left me no choice. Now, here's one of the theories, right, with Anthony Gonzalez, their former manager, because he went away for drug time, right? But he had his sentence commuted. Now, you don't get your sentence commuted unless you start singing like a canary, unless you start naming names. And there's been a number of references on this album so far, naming names, and I'm finally going to connect these dots because this is where it's been leading to, right here. And then even Anthony Gonzalez, he did the Vlad interview, didn't he, when he was like, yeah, basically all that Clipse writes is about my life and my story, right? And there's definitely that disconnect. And for me, I feel like maybe Malice walked away, and what he's alluding to here is walking away from it because things were starting to get hot. And he could have gotten into trouble, So then he turned to God. But also he had his personal, his spiritual reasons as well for that. But that's a really interesting line. And there's something deeper there. There's definitely something deeper there.
How could I just leave was the question. Whistleblowers left me no choice. Ain't no referees up in heaven.
And then ain't no referees. Nobody's decided. Nobody's being official up in heaven because you're already there. Versus whistleblower or referee blowing the whistle, or someone being a whistleblower and calling you out and snitching on you. Wow.
Whistleblower
nice wordplay.
left me no choice. Ain't no referees up in heaven. No mistaking me for the reverend. Usher in the money, my confession.
Usher in like a church usher versus usher making confessions and all of that. That's a smooth flip again.
No mistaking me for the reverend.
Me for the reverend.
Usher in the money, my confession. How you pastor whip a Rolls Royce. That was me pre 9/11. Look at me post.
Pre 9/11. Again, he's got nice rhyme schemes here, but also like pastor whipping a Rolls Royce. We better check if you're giving 10% what the pastor's doing that and pocketing that right there. They love to have these religious references while still talking about their coke raps. And just again, for me, it's just that paradox that they continue to walk that tightrope between the two.
Pastor whip a Rolls Royce. That was me pre 9/11.
Pre 9/11, before 9/11, September 11th happened. And then I used to drive a Rolls Royce before I upgraded from one luxurious car to even more luxurious in that Porsche 911. Another Clipse type of flex right there. Greater than this. Everything is still great though.
Get me post Armageddon. Walking with my dog, I am legend.
And then that goes even deeper because he's in the pre 9/11 bars, right?
Then, look at me post Armageddon.
Then he goes from pre to post Armageddon. Look at me after the Armageddon, the fallout. And literally, right, I Am Legend was recorded for the Armageddon, for the fallout afterwards, the aftermath of it all. So just like having this bar, which is super dope, but then taking the thought process of that bar and that word connection and then using it to set up your next bar. Even though you go to a different place, it's still that thought process leads you. And you just like connect and weave this web of wordplay.
Walking with my dog, I am legend. The grass is
walking with my dog, like Will Smith with his dog in the movie I Am Legend. With Sam versus obviously like walking with my homie, my dog in this sense.
Look at me post Armageddon. Walking with my dog, I am legend.
Man.
The grass is greener on
I am a legend. That's crazy.
On each side, I done been both Mason Bethers. I done been at
each side. I done been both Mason Bethers. Shout out to Murder Mace, man. Shout out to those days. The early bad boy days when before hopefully the baby oil and all that was happening. But who knows what's going on there. Court cases and there's some craziness. But before cars started blowing up, right? You had Murder Mace from NYC. You had the Mace who was killing the game. Then he walked away. Then he became Pastor Mace. And now he's kind of come back. Now he's got a dope podcast that he's doing and all that. But much in the same way that Malice, he walked away. He turned to God. So he can relate to Mace's journey and what he did. And then came back to kill it once more.
It's greener on each side.
You know the saying, the grass is greener on the other side? He's saying the grass is green on both sides. Like, the whole point of the grass is greener on the other side is because you're saying like you covet that. You always see something away from your situation that you covet. But in this case, Malice is realizing, hey, it's dope on both sides. Grass is green. I'm still making money either way.
Walking with my dog, I am legend. The grass is greener on each side. I done been both Mason Bethers. I done been at both intersections. I done pulled Ocean's 11s.
Hey,
even when the
Ocean's 11, man, great movie. That heist.
Well ran dry. I done raised quotes in the desert. Tried to hide.
Even when the well ran dry, I raised quotes in the desert because he talks about Ocean's 11. So he plays off an ocean and then a well and thinking of water and then to the desert. Notice again, he had an Ocean's 11 bar and he uses that to set up his next bar, talking about quotes in the desert, but how we got there from that thought process and then leading into this. And for me, quotes in the desert being like Moses wandering in the desert, right?
Even when the well ran dry, I done raised quotes in the desert. Tried to hide the dope in the message, like we did the coke in the Lexus.
The message, like the 10 Commandments, the crack commandments, shout out to B.I.G., but making me think of a different thing, like dope in the message of what we're giving you, what we're delivering you. We're delivering that dope to your eardrums versus literally dealing dope.
Tried to hide the dope in the message, like we did the coke in the Lexus. Same hands I used to whip work, see me turn them both into blessings.
Right
AMG
there.
the spokes.
Same hands, right? Blessings. Prayer hands, blessings, and look what he's doing. He's getting blessings.
For the extras, only way to cope with the pressure.
Man.
When you feel you in too deep, let God take the wheel like a Tesla.
Tesla has autopilot mode. auto drive, right? So let God take the wheel. Makes me think of the song, Jesus, Take the Wheel.
They don't know what it is.
But he let God take the wheel for a little bit because he turned to God.
Let God take the wheel like
Even the pressure, like the pressure building up, creates diamonds, doesn't
a
it?
Tesla.
They don't know what it is when I'm on it.
Yeah, that was a verse. That was a packed verse for Malice.
But once they figure it out, I don't want it. So far ahead, you niggas are behind. Behind. You can't see it from where you sitting. Shit. But this Ferrari leather with the matching stitching is so far ahead. Niggas are behind. Behind.
Yeah, I like the juxtaposition of that hook to the verses, man. And those were really packed bars. That was actually one of my favorites from this album.
It's always the loud mouths that can't count. The right price, I put the AR in the Saints' mouth. Talk about it. Bring all the watches and the chains out.
Hey.
Heat come, I'm De Niro, I got the safe house.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Surrounded by niggas with tears that don't drip. Talk about that. Ain't the ghost that you appeared to go get. Finally got the courage, but you still a whole bitch. The rest of y'all on my 6 year ago shit. Every move intentional, the links is atypical.
Like 6 years ago. Yo, when did the story of Adidon drop? I need to, somebody's got to look that up and let me know.
My 6 year ago shit. Every move intentional, the links is atypical. Like baseball and DR. You know what the stick will do.
This is culturally inappropriate.
We got the drop on your shadow. You know we can get to you. The pen to express my dreams and expertise in text I squeeze. Coke spots all over like leprosy. It's a dark spirit tucked behind the flesh you see. Got
Text I see, leprosy, flesh you see. Just the way he flips that, man.
every single word of the hex I need. The depth I breathe, the depth I see. Looks so good on you. The coffin wood on you. Closed casket cause I'm only sick and wolves on you. Berlinetta horsepower, put them hooves on you. Blow a $500,000 LV leather goods on you. We've been doing this for eons. While you thirsty trying to figure out who you can spill a tea on. I'm in coffee fields, making meals. You get the chills cause this shit is real. Now let me rip in, bow tie your surprise. The feeling that you get when you realize it was really you that died and we are so alive.
Man.
Conspiracy theory, you can't believe it's us. Soul leave your body like a fentanyl rush. Dead on your back with your eyes looking up chandeliers.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Man. I love how they're playing like hot potato on the mic. Right? The brothers just passing it back and forth. Let's break some of this down, man. And the way that we drop into, like, less is more yet again. Simple percussive hits. Boom, boom. And then start rapping before you get the full feeling, the full atmosphere of the production. It's almost like the vocals bring in the beat itself.
It's always the loud mouths that can't count. The right price, I put the A.
Loud mouths that can't count. And then he flips not being able to count because all you do is talk. You don't really walk the walk. Flips it into the right price, putting a price on your head.
AR in the Saints' mouth. Talk about it.
AR in the Saints' mouth. Again, I talk about this devil may care attitude, right? I don't care if they're a saint. I don't care if they're holy. I'm going to make them holy in a different sense.
All the watches and the chains out. Heat come, I'm De Niro. I got the safe house.
2 movie references. Safe House, Denzel Washington. Heat, Robert De Niro was in Heat. Great movie, Heat. If you've never seen Heat, you need to do yourself a favor. Go see Heat. Great twist on it, too. Great acting in that.
Bring all
the face-off between De Niro and... Nope, I'm not going to give it away.
Watches and the chains out. Heat come, I'm De Niro. I got the safe house.
This is culturally inappropriate.
The heat come, though. Like the 5-0, the 12, the Jakes come. Right? I start feeling the heat. I have a safe house to hide in. Back to the drug dealing schemes as well as the movie flips.
Surrounded by niggas with tears that don't drip.
Tears that don't drip, right? They got tattoos. Why do you have tear tattoos? For those who've lost, because they're really in it. They're really in these street situations, right? He's just giving you a different type of flex with a line like that. Like, if you know, you know.
Safe house.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Surrounded by niggas with tears that don't drip.
But obviously even tears too on the watch face as well. Bust down and then flipping it in that sense too. Tears chains, diamonds.
That ain't the ghost that you appeared to go get. Finally got the courage, but you still a whole bitch. The rest of y'all on my 6 year ago shit.
That I want to know.
Every move intentional, the links is atypical.
Like baseball and DR.
You know what the stick will do.
Baseball in DR, they love baseball in the Dominican Republic, right? So many great MLB players have come through there. So the stick, like a hitter in that sense, versus the sticks and a hitter in the street style.
This is culturally inappropriate.
We got the drop on your shadow.
You know we
We got that drop on your shadow. That just hits different.
can get to you. The pen to express my dreams and expertise in text I squeeze. Coke spots all over like leprosy.
When you have leprosy, you have spots on your skin, right? It affects you. You can see it. Coke, spots, leprosy, text I squeeze. I talked about that smooth multi-syllable rhyme scheme, just condensed flip that he does here.
Dark spirit tucked behind the flesh you see. Got
Flesh you see, and you hear underneath there's like a demonic love. Oh, oh, oh.
every single word of the hex I need. The death I breathe, the death I see. Looks so good on you. The coffin wood on you. Closed casket, cause I'm only sicking wolves on you.
Closed casket, why? Because they don't want to show the face. You have a closed casket funeral when the face has been mutilated. It gets ugly around here.
The coffin wood on you. Closed casket, cause I'm only sicking wolves on you. Berlinetta, horsepower, put them hooves on you.
Berlinetta, in a Ferrari Berlinetta. That horsepower in the whip versus obviously a horse putting the hooves on you, flipping that smooth.
A $500,000 LV leather goods on you. We've been doing this for eons. While you thirsty trying to figure out who you can spill a tea on.
That's one of my favorite bars. Thirsty. Y'all just thirsty for the gossip. And then he flips it thirsty for tea, spilling the tea on someone.
I'm in coffee fields, making meals.
Nice. And then even from the tea. Now, we ain't doing that tea shit. We dumping it out in Boston Harbor, right? We on that coffee. We on that American time. We gonna make money in a different way. But why is he in coffee fields, right? Where is coffee made? Also where a lot of cocaine often gets made, right? And shipped over borders down in South America.
You get the chills, cause this shit is real. Now let me rip in, bow tie your surprise.
The feeling that you get when you realize it.
Bow tie, you're surprised you getting cut up, right? You getting a bow tie in a different sense.
Ripping, bow tie your surprise.
The feeling that you get when you realize it was really you that died and we are so alive.
Conspiracy theory, you can't believe it's us. Soul leave your body like a fentanyl rush.
Soul leave your body, fentanyl rush. And I've talked about fentanyl hits heavy, man. Especially having my cousin OD from it and losing him to it.
Theory, you can't believe it's us. Soul leave your body like a fentanyl rush.
Dead on your back with your eyes looking up, chandeliers.
This is culture.
Dead on your back with your eyes looking up. And you see the luxury still. And you know you died in Scarface's house, basically.
Dead on your back with your eyes looking.
Different visuals of black excellence to me. Like different athletes. Different iconic moments.
Up chandeliers.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Little beat switch.
Single-handedly boosted rap to its truest place.
Okay.
Fuck speaking candidly, I alone did rejuvenate hip-hop into its newest place. Made it cool for Grammy-nominated LPs from previous generation MCs. And that rings loud and reverberates. It's not fair to them. I'm thinking I deserve the hate.
Hey.
Bring it. Only thing you killing is precious time. Used to clash with Decepticons. I was them deaf and blind. So cancel me before I unleash the Panther me. The Pantheon is a family. We some upstanding G's. The difference between regular spitters and bosses. My principles high. You need a glimpse of me from satellites in orbit. Take sabbaticals on avenues. Break AKs on vacays when we paddle canoe.
Come on, Nas.
Follow the leader. Terminator. Hasta la vista. Man of the year. Not
Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger bars too.
rockin' chandeliers.
I love how the beat switches up. It feels perfect for Nas.
Ripping you
He understood the homework.
up chandeliers.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Simple. Like for me, there's no hook on this, right? It's just all about the bars, all about the storytelling. And then you just basically have one line that unites it, that Nas uses and that Pusha and Malice use, which is chandeliers. That's it. That's it. That's all we're going to say. That's the only hook that we need on
On
this.
your back with your eyes looking up, chandeliers.
And it cuts out again, right?
This is
And you have this laughing. I wonder who's laughing in the back of the mix.
culturally inappropriate.
And this little just grit. This is perfect, man. This is like that cold NYC type of vibe and style. Well done, Pharrell.
Single-handedly boosted rap to its truest place. Fuck speaking candidly, I alone did rejuvenate hip.
True, its place, rejuvenate, smooth rhymes.
Pop it to its newest place. Made it cool for Grammy-nominated LPs.
Made it cool for Grammy nominated. Why? I mean, look at what he did with King's Disease, man. Congrats, Nas. Well deserved, man. I love Nas's longevity. How he is still killing it. Still showing you how a seasoned vet can continue to make good music. Because his whole King's Disease, KD2, KD3, an amazing series of EPs that he's dropped with Hit Boy, man. They have been cooking. They have been on something with that.
Made hip-hop into its newest place. Made it cool.
But even rejuvenating hip-hop. Why? Because he once said, hip-hop is dead.
For Grammy-nominated LPs from previous generation MCs.
From previous generation MCs. He is really showing you, hey, you can still cook at a high level. You can still adapt.
And that rings loud.
But like the thing I love about Nas and even the production that he comes through with, like he's found a way to maintain those old school roots and that storytelling, just that essence of MCing. But also like the production that Hit Boy's been giving him, that he's been doing recently, it's still fresh. It still feels new to the eardrums. It still has something nice, like connecting the old with the new. And I feel like that's what Nas always does. Nas just transcends generations, transcends sounds, man. You can't put a timeline on true art.
Grammy-nominated LPs from previous generation MCs. And that rings loud, it reverberates. It's not fair to them. I'm thinking I deserve the hate. Bring it. Only thing you killing is precious time.
Love that. Only thing you killing is time, man. That's wisdom right there.
Used to clash with Decepticons. I was them deaf and blind. So cancel me before I unleash the Panther me.
Before I unleash the Panther, and then he starts flipping the smooth alliteration. Panther, Pantheon, but obviously Black Panther scheme.
The Pantheon is a family. We some upstanding G's. The difference between regular spitters and bosses. My principles high. You need a glimpse of me from satellites in orbit. Take
I like that.
sabbaticals on avenues. Break AKs on vacays when we paddle canoes. Follow the leader, Terminator, hasta la vista, man of the year, Nasir, rockin' chandeliers.
I want more from Nas there. I feel like it cut too soon, man. We should have got another 16 from Nas. It was just kind of short and sweet. Get in, hit you with the bars, and then get out. For me, just the smooth, marinated flows from Clipse, and then the switch up from Nas and the beat switch. And him just, the way that he illustrates and gives you just these street imageries. Like he is an amazing poet, an amazing MC. And I always love his style of delivery too.
The devil's tapping on shoulders. He's trying to get to know you. The right time to fold you. I'm losing saints in my soldiers. It's all lottie-dottie till you looking at the body. Smiles I'll never see again. Never be a we again. Cleaning out your closet. The one you kept your demons in. Hard for me to breathe again. I'ma blame your head, not your heart, till we meet again. Easily I could have been one of them. Locked up and never get to see the sun again. Burning buildings, I kept running in. The allure every time I flew 100 in. Co-defendant caving and lawyers couldn't save them. All for the love of 580s and a mixed bitch having your baby. I done dodged strays crazy. Man, I think about the shit daily. When the crew breaks.
All for this lifestyle, man. Interesting picture painted. It's almost like, yeah, we're Survivor.
Never be a weird time to fold you. On shoulders, he's trying to get to know you.
That's a crazy bar for me. Just that illustrative symbolism. The devil's tapping on shoulders, trying to get to know you. Right? He's tapping. You know the saying, the devil on your shoulder? In this case, he's tapping on your shoulder because he wants to know who you are, so he can break you down, so he can tempt you.
The right time to fold you. I'm losing saints in my soldiers. It's all lottie-dottie till you looking at the body. Smiles I'll never see again. Never be a we again.
So you're looking at the body. Smiles I'll never see again. Will never be a we again, right? All the dogs, all the people I've lost. Saints and soldiers. Devil to saints and staying on that religious thing.
Cleaning out your closet. The one you kept your demons in. Hard for me to breathe.
Cleaning out your closet. You know the saying, having skeletons in your closet? Again, remember what I said? Sometimes it's not what's said, it's what's unsaid and what's understood there. The saying, skeletons in your closet, in this case, the demons, right? Because it's on me now to clean out your closet, to gather your things, because you're no longer here. The literal interpretation of that, then the symbolic interpretation. Dope.
Be a we again, cleaning out your closet. The one you kept your demons in. Hard for me to breathe again.
Hard for me to breathe again, and then he works on his breathing. And just kind of spaces it and lets that go and lets that breathe.
Your head,
the irony.
Not your heart. And hard for me to breathe again.
And interesting that that's his word choice. Hard for me to breathe again. When literally his homie is not breathing again.
I'ma blame your head, not your heart, till we meet again. Easily
I'm gonna blame your head, not your heart. Why? Because your head didn't outthink you and get you out of this trouble, not your heart, because your heart stopped.
I could have been one of them, locked up and never get to see the sun again. Burning buildings, I kept running in.
Running into a burning building. Yes, I'm well aware of this lifestyle that I chose, right? Dealing drugs, pushing it, chasing this game. I know where it could end up because I've seen what's happened to my homies and where they've ended up.
The allure every time I flew 100 in. Co-defendant caving and lawyers couldn't save them. All for the love of 580s and a mixed bitch having your baby. I done died.
Co-defendant caving, lawyers couldn't save him.
All for the love of 580s and a mixed bitch having your baby. I done dodged strays crazy. Man, I think about the shit daily. When the crew breaks apart.
A mixed bitch having your baby out and dodge strays crazy. Makes you think of, because he says bitch, like a female dog. Dodge strays, dodge stray bullets. Dodge these strays from cases. Versus obviously stray dogs.
Crazy. Man, I think about the shit daily. When the crew breaks apart, who takes the charge? You face the cards, I lace the squad. Went from mason jars to crepe tartars. Escaped the odds by the grace of God. I've seen killers and kings.
Mason jars to crepe tartars. That started from the bottom, now we hear.
Escape the odds by the grace of God. I've seen killers and kings.
Again, like a simple bar and statement, but I just love the illustration that they use and the poetry that they choose through their raps to like really put you there and to see that through one simple line. You see from nothing to here.
Toss. Escape the odds by the grace of God. I've seen killers and kingpins sing behind the wall.
Pharrell's really loving on the back end of this album. These just like, yeah, like that's more like just these choir samples, these choir cuts, and these pianos, and kind of really taking us to church in this sense, man.
Grace of God. I've seen killers and kingpins sing.
Here we go again, another hook where he kind of softens it out after some of that more like gritty, synthy distortion, the heavier bass underneath, and then you get this.
Behind the wall. I've watched many men die, cause no one would make the call.
Many men died because no one would make the call. Ooh, that hits different. Also, shout out 50 Cent. Many men wish death upon me.
I've seen entire empires crumble and fall. Yes, I've seen it all. They missed this wall. By the grace of God. All the black cats I seen. All the black max I squeezed. All the black crows I dreamed. Even the black cloud hovering. Couldn't touch me in the bulletproof Cullinan. Tears on my pillowcase.
Couldn't touch me in a bulletproof Cullinan. Another just like flex, but crazy flex.
Couldn't touch me in the bulletproof Cullinan. Tears on my pillowcase. Was I spitting in your face when you let me beat that case? Some niggas see the money, can't make. Some niggas get the money, can't take. Gotta realize that they was naked.
Ooh. Some see the money, but they can't make that amount of money. They see it, and then that breeds jealousy.
Money can't take. Gotta realize that they was naked. Was I cooking death when I was baking? Salt Bay. Sprinkle it and saute it. You don't trust me, then we all weigh it. And it ain't over till we all say it. And you ain't shooting shit, them guns is archaic. In closing, I see I'm chosen. All my pressure points frozen. You know how it goes. When the crew breaks apart,
ooh,
the money can't make. Some niggas get the money, can't take. Gotta realize that they was naked. Was I cooking death when I was baking?
That one moment of self-reflection, right? And self-awareness. Was I cooking death? Right? Because what are the moral consequences of what I'm doing? It's a quick question. It doesn't last long. It doesn't get pondered, because then he just flips it into just a clever bar playing off of Salt Bay. The like TikTok chef that would sit here and do that and like drop the salt down and saute it.
Salt Bay.
While he's cooking up.
Sprinkle it and saute it. You don't trust me, then we all weigh it.
You don't trust me? Then we'll weigh it out. We'll weigh it out right for you on the table. Versus you don't trust my lines and what I'm saying? Well, let's weigh this out right now.
And it ain't over till we all say it. And you ain't shooting shit, them guns is archaic.
Hey, all say it, archaic. Love the way he just slants rhymes that right into it.
And I see I'm chosen. All my pressure points frozen. You know how it goes. When the
I'm chosen, right? I feel like I must feel blessed because like I've got so many homies in the pen. I got so many homies dead, and yet here I still am, right? Still weighing it out, still giving you these drug dealing raps.
I'm chosen, all my pressure points frozen.
And then Frozen, playing off of the snow and dealing that versus his pressure points. The things that you can do to get to him, they're froze. He's numb to it now.
You know how it goes. When
He's got ice water in his veins.
the crew breaks apart, who takes the charge? You face the cards, I lace the squad. Went from
When the crew breaks apart, who takes the charge? That's really interesting because their crew literally did break apart, didn't it? Like you're asking this unanswered question to the listener and kind of breaking the fourth wall, but at the same time, you're self-aware that that also applies to you in the split between Pusha and Malice for decade plus.
takes the charge. You face the cards, I lace the squad. Went from mason jars to crepe tartars. Escape the odds by the grace of God.
I've seen killers and kingpins sing behind a wall.
It's crazy, man, because you think about, again, for me, paradox is a word I'm going to keep using, and the irony of it all, that they're singing about the grace of God when they've lived this lifestyle and know that what they've done is full of sin, right? And yet God has spared them, right? And yet they feel like it must be the grace of God while they're still here and doing it. And then you have the church going on in the background. Wow. It's crazy, man, the way that Clipse just like walks between these worlds of light and dark, angels and demons together on one. Religious references and snow references laced throughout.
I've seen entire empires crumble and fall. Yes, I seen it all. They missed this wall. Yeah. By the grace of God.
Is that how we end it too? That is how we end it. Interesting, because the first track we got religious. We talked about the passing of their mother and father. And there's a different religious look on that versus this almost celebrating their lifestyle and how they have survived by the grace of God and flipping the religious imagery once more in a different sense. But for me, wow, what an album. What a comeback. It feels so good to have them back. I think my favorite tracks were actually on the front end, especially talking about, yeah, I love when they got personal. I love the first track, the John Legend track. That got to me. That was emotional. And even the second track, when Pusha talks about the miscarriage, and they just like really break away the filters. And for me, it's that raw honesty that Clipse is capable of giving you, right? And just that self-awareness, but also that sort of devil-may-care attitude. And like I said, this duality. With the light comes the darkness, comes leading into that. Malice was on point throughout this album too. It was really good to see him back. After being away for so long, like some rappers might be rusty on the comeback, he was not rusty at all. Felt like he had these bars cooking up for years. And he had just some amazing one-liners. Some amazing, like just deeper patterns that just like hit you in a different way. I always appreciate Clipse's creativity in terms of the bars they give you. It feels like, yeah, we're going to talk about drug dealing. We're going to talk about this street shit that all kinds of other rappers talk about. But we're just going to do it in a little bit of a different way. And it just feels handcrafted, curated in that sense. And the return of Pharrell, really on a mission with the production. I felt like he elevated his production game on this one. I think he had a point to prove, since obviously no more Neptunes. But it does feel like there's a little bit missing on that end to me. It feels like we need a true reunion of the Neptunes, of that production duo, to really combine with the reunion of the rap duo of Pusha and Malice, to really bring sort of the Clipse lore, the Clipse story around full spectrum and the sound, because I can't imagine what that would have meant for these soundscapes and for what they do, because they're on point right now. Their pen games are on point. They are sharpened. They've got a bright future ahead of them, and they're showing how to kill it well into their 50s. What an amazing album. I really enjoyed that. Clipse, Pharrell, you were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen, if you're here all the way at the end and you've enjoyed the time that I spent doing this, do me a huge favor. Support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on. It all helps. It all goes a long way. Also, don't forget to copy merch, knoxhilldmv.com. We got hats, we got shirts, we got hoodies, everything you need. If you want to rep the brand, if you want to support, it all helps. It all goes a long way. I'll put all links down there. All right, everyone, stay safe, stay positive. Take care of these, take care of these. I'll catch you again.
sit down, sit down. I'm like